Morning, everyone. I'm not turning these lights on because it's too damn bright, and I'm letting in some natural sunlight. It's not burning my face yet. Okay, so I figured today would just be chill. I'll answer questions. I'm gonna knock out a lot of the missions that are available right now for like the rookie support stuff. Things that don't really take a lot of energy and thinking. But it's morning, it needs to be bright. I mean, at 3 a.m. on Monday, it sure ain't gonna be bright. it's not gonna be bright at all. Alright, how many missions, how many more fight? Oh god. I do 20 Valor Cup fights? Okay. Let's get this over with. I'm new to the game and I don't have enough XP to level up my characters. That sounds like you need to grind up the Magicule training event more than anything else. Which, thankfully, that's easy. And with the beginner missions active right now, you'll get a lot. Like, a lot. Well, you'll get like 1 million extra, which is a lot. But EX Unbound characters take more than that nowadays. Can I go over charms a bit, or update your charm bid? I mean, yeah, we can do charms. Charms really, it doesn't need to be updated because nothing has really changed about charms. They haven't added any new ones. They've done the whole resonance, which I've covered in its own video. But like the basic premise of charms has been unchanged since it was released in the first anniversary. But like, what is there anything specific that you want to know, Wildstar, about charms? Like which ones are good, or how to level them up? Like what are we? So I can help narrow down the question. That way I don't spend an hour talking about everything about charms and you only wanted to know like one thing. Where can you get more shattered glass? You gotta do the Tower of Isis for that. Did I notice the trade list? Yes, I did notice the trade list. I made a community post about that and on Twitter. It had the new materials in it. Wildstar, how to level them up primarily. Okay, that's easy. We can do this right now because I've got a few blue charms that I want to do. So let's take this level 1 protection gauge. Increase blue protection gauge increase by 20%. This is really good for stacking blue teams. What it takes is it takes 5 charms of any type to level up its stats, and ideally you'd want to do 5 charms each. So at minimum you could do 1 and then enhance it, and it would give you 1 little arrow, and that would level it up 1 time. But you can do up to 5, and you can see as I add more charms, its minimum HP and attack levels get higher and higher until I hit 5, and then it's now between 79 and 87, whereas only 1 is 41 to 87. So if you're trying to get like most stuff out of your charms, you want to use a bunch of low level 1-star charms for every single arrow. So do this 5 times and you'll get the maximum amount of stats you can get. But that doesn't level up the actual charm effect. For that, you need to use charms of either the same type or high-level charms that give you a certain rate. So this is a 1-star blue charm, and if I use another 1-star blue charm, it gives me 100% rate up. So it's going to increase this effect, so it's going to be a little bit better. But it's only 1 charm out of the maximum of 5 that you could do, so I could do this, and I could come down here and do 4 of these. Boom. So that's 5 total charms for 1 arrow, plus a guaranteed level up in the effect. So now, when we do that, so now it's a level 2 charm, now it's a 7% increase, and now you do it again. So now you need another charm that gives you a percent, but now that it's a level 2, your level 1s only give 50, so I'd have to do 2 of those to get the guaranteed chance to level up the effect. And now I still need 2 more charms to actually level up maximum fully the second arrow. So we'll do that again. Boom, now it's a level 3 charm. Now it's got high stats, and now it's 7% to 10%. And you do that 5 times, essentially, just over and over again. And as you go higher, the percentages get lower, so now we can do a level 2 charm here. You could do a whole bunch of these if you want. Like, you could do a whole bunch of hundreds. It's not going to change anything as far as the charm level is concerned, but it's still going to get you that 5 per every level up. If the charm is level 5 but not max enhanced, do you use charms to level them up for enhancement rank? Yes. So if let's see if I have one here that's not fully done. Let's see, charm effect level. Is there? There should be one in here that's not done. Maybe. I say that. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here we got this level 5 water charm. It's 10% water attack. It's done. Like, I can't go any higher than this. But I still need one more level for the arrows. So I would have to go in here and feed in 5 little basic bitch charms right here. And that would give me my final level up arrow at the 5 max charms, even though the effect is already done. Like, I don't need this anymore, so I don't need to worry about trying to feed in a whole bunch of water charms to get this raised up. But it still needs one more arrow. So you do still need to feed in more charms to get this up. Alright. Hopefully that answers that question. Let's go backwards now. Finally catching you live. Welcome. I know this is quite early because it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Normally I'm working, but I have Fridays off. Nice. Hey Joker, you really can be alive for livestream 28th, or you're gonna be a zombie? I'm gonna be a zombie, but I am going to take a nap. So I'll wake up at 2:30, we'll watch the stream until 5 o'clock. I'll do the live stream coverage video, that way people can get a condensed idea of what is available, and then I'm gonna sleep. And probably at like 9 or 10 in the morning, a couple hours later, I'll wake up and then I'll get a stream going to actually do the summons, even though the banner will already be live technically, and I probably will have difficulty sleeping because I'm just gonna be lying there being like, I could be spending money right now. But I am going to sleep because I probably won't sleep leading into the stream because it's so early and it seems like such a waste. And my normal bedtime is midnight or 1 o'clock anyways, so pushing an extra hour and a half or so is not that big a deal, which actually it's like 4 hours, but I mean, whatever. Joker, can I get more Shattered Glass? That's Tower of Isis, but 1 million level up 1 character. 1 million will level up like a new EX Unbound character, but old EX characters and 5 stars, they don't need 1 million Magicules to level up. They need still a good amount, which means you still need to get a lot of Magicules, but like I've got, for that exact reason, I've got quite a few stockpiled. I've got 22.8 million Magicules, because after we found out that the Unbounds take 1.1 million or something, I did like 3 overnight parallel processes of Magicules only. Is it a good time to reroll now or when the new banner comes out? It's a good time to reroll now because we have those 110 free tickets, and you can start playing and getting more crystals. That way, when the banner comes out on Monday, you'll be ready to summon, and you'll have some kind of currency already built up. Okay, I'm back. Just had to change my channel name, so that's not my actual name. That's probably a smart move. How are you tonight? Well, it's noon, but I'm good. Where is that trade? That trade is right here. It's this button. You have to unlock the Kingdom of Ingracia and progress it far enough that you have access to these trades. So right now, we've got 7.5 more hours for the Sublime Magic Fang. I already accepted the other hammers and the hide and everything, but you do need to unlock Ingracia. You need to get a lot of these tokens. You just need to progress more in the story to unlock it. Do you hear Dokkan? Yeah, it's the Dokkan lo-fi in the background. Damn, it's 3 a.m. in the Philippines? That's sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That sucks. Hi, bro. I just got into the game and I got lucky to get all the new EXs except the protectors, which I need. Can you recommend me any options? Antagonist meta, of course. Okay, so you got the new battle units. So you got Milim, Isis, Kyokyo, and Shinsha, but you didn't get a Mills or Guy. That's what I'm understanding from here. So you build this team builder. If you have been using, or if you have awakened the free-to-play Isis, you know, she'll work, and then you just use Shinsha, you use the free-to-play Cleash, you use Isis and Kyokyo, and then you put probably another orb changer here. So if you have the OG like Beretta, she changes blues to oranges, or if you have the OG Fire Shizu, she also changes blues to oranges. This will give you a pretty solid setup because you have more than enough power with these 3 characters to kill EX2 of the beatdown battle. Not Inferno, not unless your gear's really good, and Isis is not great, but Isis is changing all of your green orbs, and her showcase comes out in less than an hour, in case you're wondering. But she can handle your greens, which is why you want to bring Beretta or Shizu to help convert your blues. And Shinsha converts all antagonist orbs to oranges, which is 4 characters right here. So you just kind of have to play around. The free-to-play protector will work. If you don't have her, you can use Hakuro, you can use Toa, you could use Wielder of Magic Milim. She'll work really well as a substitute because she's giving all the magic allies Pierce, which is what this team is built on. So that's an option for you. Any tips for grinding crystals? Yeah, right now, do all the temporary missions that are about to leave for Crucible. This Crucible right here. There are a whole butt ton of missions that are like clear it with Rimuru or do it with set amount of team or whatever. Do all 100 floors, all the missions. Each stage gives you 5 crystals, and that's 100. So, okay, 500 crystals right there. The missions give you another 500, I think. And these missions will then refresh Monday, and you'll be able to get another 500 crystals. I don't think the stages themselves will reset, so I don't think you'll get these again. But you can definitely just do them over. That's easy crystals. The story quests are easy crystals. All the training events are easy crystals. Bond XP is easy crystals, which is why I tell people to do the harvest event, because you probably have a bunch of characters sitting at level 1 to level 5 or something right now. If you put some time into the harvest quest, you'll get some really, really good food items that you can use to feed your characters, and you'll get 5 crystals per level. 10 crystals every 10 levels? 5 levels? Somewhere around there? You'll get crystals for leveling up your people and feeding them, which I'm currently doing a 999 process for the seafood stage as we're talking. Okay. Rogue, do you have any tips for raising team EP past 200k? Especially with unlocking ability board 4 with how many stones each EXU and EX needs? Gear. Gear is going to be your main contributing factor to climbing over that early game EP wall, because probably right now you have a whole bunch of like the really, really basic 1-star and 2-star gear, and not everyone on the team has nice awakened 6-star gear like your mainline units, your support units. They probably don't have all that. That is the easiest way to get over that early EP wall, is making sure everyone has good gear, which you can, in early game, you can farm Conquest, and it's not difficult. Any EX team can come here and stomp any of these stages, except for maybe Conquest Milim if you don't have good defense. Apart from that, like, the antagonist team will shit all over this entire playlist of events. And you just do that over and over, and you can get a free jacket on the 2nd difficulty, so that's already like a plus right there. And you just do this over and over. You get the hammers, you get the hides, you get the cores, you get the grindstones and whatever, and you just do that. And you don't focus so much on getting the ability release rocks, because that does also take time, and it is something that's necessary to progress further. But like, you do that individually, or you just get a whole butt ton of good gear, and then it'll make your life easier, because then you know that at least that is done. Gear, like, you can trade out gear. If you make 6-star gear for one specific element, like, yeah, cool. You can give it to anybody. You don't have to match. It's just it helps them out a lot more if they do match the element, and they do match the weapon type and all that. But gear is the really, really important thing. What should I do? I spent all my crystals to the guaranteed EX banner without knowing the Queen banner is going to be better. It sounds like you should probably reroll. If you're not that far in the game and you're not too attached to it, you should probably reroll and just try and get the Isis and Kyokyo, and then build up all your crystals, and then just wait for Monday. But that's just me. Taden Cruz, oh, thank you for becoming a new member. Sorry, I'm really behind on chat because I'm making sure I'm answering all the questions, but thank you for becoming a member. Okay, we gotta go. Yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna take a long time to answer all these questions. How many people are here, by the way? 91. That's better than normal. Okay. Let's see. Charms, EX stones, crystals, pity your brother. Cool. Thanks, Joker. Go Hawks. Go Hawks. We won a game finally. We snapped our 3-game losing streak. You will get called dumb by Joker's Excel sheet. What about the blue star charm? What about the blue star charm? Oh, okay. So the next thing about, that's not charms, that's gear. Charms. So these blue star charms right here, right, you know, keep going. These blue star charms, right? So this is a crit damage charm. This starts as a 2-star charm, but you can see it's a 3-star charm now. And this is because I have to awaken it. And I have to feed it in, I have to completely get the enhancement level done, and then I can awaken it into a 3-star charm, which is its max level. See the 2 stars have like that blank star right there? You can awaken 2-star gears into 3 stars, and you can awaken 1 stars, if I had any, into 2 stars, and it will simply give them higher stats. Also, when you awaken it from 2 to 3 star, you have the option to choose whether you want to keep it at its current thing, which for this would be blue gauge or crit damage or whatever, like this, the 2-star effect, or you could choose to change it to a randomly selected 3-star effect. So this blue gauge increase, I could awaken it, and I could then have the ability to choose to make it the guard power or the single target healing charm. But only if you want to. If you don't, then you don't have to. You can leave it as the blue protection gauge, which most of the time I do because I'm leveling these charms up for a purpose. But you do have to enhance it, you do have to awaken it, and then once it's fully done, you can then choose to evolve it to the 3rd-star rarity. But it can't go any higher than that, and you can only evolve 1 level. So 2-star charms will only ever be 2-star or 3-star at max. A 1-star charm will only ever be a 2-star, and 3 stars you just can't awaken. Like they're done. In terms of what should you do, grind everything you've not done, not much else for it. I mean, yeah, play the game. It's a really cocky, stupid, like condescending answer. I know it sounds that way, and I don't mean it to, but you know, just play the game, have fun, enjoy what you do. If you don't have a lot of time to put into it, then don't put a lot of time into it. You know, it's a gacha game. It's not meant to be played 24/7 like I do, but I make content on it. I make a lot of content. I counted. In the last week, I've made 33 videos. No one on God's green earth, except for content creators, should be playing a gacha game for that amount of time. The stamina bar in every gacha game is meant to be like a soft time limit. Like once you're out, put the phone down, go do something else, go touch some grass, go talk to some people outside, expand your horizons. And then in like 3 hours, you come back and you got stamina again. You shouldn't be doing it 24/7. But yeah, just play the game, do all the events. It's not, you know, the gacha game is not the entirety of your world. It's certainly not the entirety of my world. It's a huge part of it, but it's not my only thing that I do. But yeah, do the events, do the limited stuff that's leaving if you can. Like, if you can't do some of it, don't worry about it. You'll build up your count, you'll build up your gear, you'll build up your units as you go on. But a lot of the stuff in the event tab, minus Conquest Prime and Chamber of Memories, all this stuff is fairly easy. Conquest, Crucible, Tempered Edge, for the most part. How many hours do I have in the game? I've been playing the game consistently for 3 years. So if you want to math out like 18 hours a day for 3 years, that'll probably give you a fairly rough estimate, give or take a couple hundred or something. I don't know. Thank you for your little charms guide. You explained all the answers I had on it. Excellent. Where do you focus to build a team? Yaz Danny. Where do you focus to build a team? Well, it's very dependent on what stage you're trying to go against, because not all stages are the same. Like, Tempered Edge is a great example. This Veldora stage wants a blue stacking team that's magic focused, that's Pierce focused, or Synergy, because it didn't exist at the time. It does not want you to crit. So for this, you'd want to build a blue stacking team that's Synergy focused. So let's do the Ogre's Pride team or something like that. Where is that? Right here. Why this team particularly? Well, because we have 2 blue orb changers, we have a blue stacking protector, we have a butt ton of support, and a single target nuker that can do a lot of damage using Pierce and Synergy, which is what the stage wants. If you look into the stage info and you click on the enemy, it'll tell you exactly what he does. So he gives himself defense. He gives himself physical resistance. So automatically that's like a don't bring physical characters. He nerfs greens by 80% for 5 turns, so not really meant to use a green team here. He gives himself 100% crit resistance for until the end of the fight, so you definitely don't want to crit here. This tells you everything you need to know about what kind of team you should be running. And if you go into like the current beat down battle for the antagonist meta, it will tell you exactly what you do and don't want to do. So we look at Gobta right here. He's got 100% Fizz resistance. He's got 100% Synergy resistance. Okay. He's got, let's see, this Gabiru nerfs blues and greens. So it's very specific in what you don't want to use. So trying to tell you to build a team for everything doesn't quite make sense. It'll work for like the early story quests and stuff and Crucible and Conquest, because there's such early content that there was no way they could be that specific for the most part. But as you get into the harder difficulties, like you really have to, you gotta use your noggin and build a team that makes sense for what that stage is asking for. Use Lord's Ambition to remove the sleep status? Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm not Diablo. I'm not a Demon Lord. Not slime-related, but what's your ideal Dokkan 10th anniversary characters? Dokkan 10th anniversary. So we got Beast last for the 9th. We got Broly. We got Gogeta. And we got the Gammas. Ideal. Super Saiyan 4s, right? Like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like a standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, LR, Dokkan Fest LR. I love Super Saiyan 4s. It's like one of the few good things I like about GT. But I would very much appreciate a new Gogeta, and I would appreciate some easy A's for at least one of the good Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. Cool. Well, we know that the Fizz GT duo is going to get it, and that's a Gogeta technically. But yeah, I like Super Saiyan Force. I get that it's not the favorite of everybody, but fusions sell, right? Super Saiyans sell. The blue fusions sell. Beast Gohan and Broly's sell. They built a whole fucking worldwide celebration around 16 different kinds of Broly's. I'm sure that sold very well. Are the requirements for EX2 antagonists that high? I've tried using your teams with weaker EP, but no avail. EX2 antagonist beatdown battle? Let's take a look. 487k HP. They have fairly low stats, but they do lower your resistance, and it's meant to be a burst team. So, I mean, there are a number of teams you can use, but it's, you know, if your team, if you don't have good gear, if they're not fully released or they're not fully leveled up, yeah, you're gonna struggle a bit. Kitus Lee, if you want to tag me on, or you want to post on Twitter on my profile, and you can just show me your box, I'll try and build you a team, and I'll try and show it off on stream, and I'll try and do it with that team. Obviously, I have dupes and everything, so it's not going to be the perfect example, but I mean, it's an option. So, and this is open up for everybody and anybody. So let me post this. If you want me to team build something specific, I can certainly do that. Okay. Hi, how are you? I started Slime 7 days ago, and I love your videos. Rita Gas. I'm sorry if I say that wrong. Thank you for joining and watching. The next banner will have 3 characters, so the team won't be completed, or do we have characters that can be in the future meta? I mean, we don't even know what the future team is. We know what the icon is, but we don't have it in game, so I can't even filter by that to know who's going to be useful. We literally know nothing about the characters. All we know is that it's happening on Monday, and Elmezia and Raphael probably are going to be a unit because their VAs are guests on the stream, probably being the keyword. Great Sage and Elmezia, like, what the fuck do they have in common? Where's Elmezia? Prosper, wielder of magic, commander, protector of peace. What does Raphael have? Where is Vengeance? Year 112. It should be up here somewhere. Yeah, okay, yeah. We don't know. We're gonna find out on Monday what the team is, what it's focused on, like crit, pierce. One thing that is interesting is that this new Milim, in the global dev diary for the previous live stream, she had the extra force. It didn't have a name on it, it just had the icon. And then if you look at her kit, she's got guaranteed pierce and guaranteed synergy, which we know works well for what she wanted to do for Boss Battle 2. But her ability release board, her EX board, gives her crit damage with Rimuru. So it's like, where's she getting crit from? You weren't supposed to crit the Boss Battle 2 stage. He had crit resistance. If you crit, you did like 20% of your damage. But she has guaranteed pierce, guaranteed synergy. So she's meant to do all 3. Which leads me to the assumption that the next meta is gonna maybe focus on all 3 and be unrestricted in terms of damage, which would be really cool. Or it somehow seals all resistances against everything, so you could freely pierce synergy. It's like Lord's Ambition, but the opposite side. Disables all buffs on the enemy. I don't know. All I know is that she's got pierce and synergy rate, but her EX board wants crit. So that's the only thing I can really consciously tell you right now. The only team I have is the Overlord team. Is that too old? Overlord team is still good in a green-focused stage. Like, the Overlord team does not work well in the antagonist meta because the stage nerfs greens, and it pretty much wipes you at turn 5, which the Overlord teams, you can nuke earlier than that, but they're crit-focused as well, and you don't want to crit this fight. How many hours do I have in the game? I think I answered that already. I have 1.5 million flashback crystals. Should I spend them on the Visions of Coleus bonus items or level up my free-to-play characters? My Isis is already max, and Rimuru, Geld, and Aaron are 100. I mean, you have the top targets already, so I would say buy the Visions of Coleus item. You have Rimuru and Isis, and you have one of the orange converters. That's fine. You don't have to buy anyone else out of there, because most of them are shit. So yeah, I'd say buy the Visions of Coleus thing. Any tips on progressing through the game? Yeah, reroll your account, get the new Isis and Kyokyo, and just start leveling them up. Do the story quests, do the tutorial stuff, do the early game training event missions, and just slowly build up your account that way. Story quest in the beginning is not built to handle EX unbound characters. Most of the events that are in the event tab are not built against EX characters as a whole, besides Chamber of Memories. So, I mean, Kyokyo and Isis by themselves can probably carry you through 80% of the content nowadays. That's not the hyper limited or very specific event stuff. So as long as you get them and you start giving them like the basic books and the basic claw or whatever they use, you should be fine to progress, just slowly but surely. But do story quests, level up your town, build some buildings, get the forge active, make some gear, do the training, gold and magicules and ability release stuff. Just start there and then become more acquainted with the mechanics of the gameplay itself. Learn about skills, learn about swapping units out when you can. There's a lot, but any gacha game that's been around for over a year has a lot of things that people are like, what the fuck do I do? Like if I try to go back to Grand Cross right now, I wouldn't know what to do. I haven't played that game in like a year. I log in every Monday for gems and then whatever. I know they have a slime collab coming. I also know that Nagato quit because I just don't think he enjoys it. Let's see. Vexter, appreciate you, bro. I'm starting to love the game and watch your videos. Big fan. Thank you. I have Cleash, Isis, Kyokyo, and the EX pit looks like Rimuru. Should I spend my crystals in the antagonist banner? I'm at 90 of 200. No, do not. You've got pretty much all the targets, right? You don't have Shinsha, that's fine. Another alt buffer will come. But you've got the Protector, you've got Isis and Kyokyo. You're fine to just wait the next 3 days and then spend all your crystals on Monday. Wish for more story time videos, man. They were fun. They take so long to do, and I need some like long gameplay segment to put behind it because I don't have the time to edit like a big time video like that, like a true like story time channel would do. I just don't have the time right now. Hi, I've started playing again after a long time and I've seen your tier list videos. None of my characters are good anymore. Do I start a fresh account or continue on my old one? I mean, having characters, regardless of how old they are, is still good because it means you have options. You can't clear Inferno 3 with them at this point, but if you have some good old supports, and there are still plenty of good old supports out there, then if you pull like the new Isis and Kyokyo, then you have so Space, like you have Space Millum. Like, she's an old character, but she's got a space buff. That'll help Isis do more damage. Use the 100 tickets to try and get these two characters. If not, and you're not, like, totally set, and you're like, I'm not too attached to it, you can reroll. That's fine. But if you've got, like, a decent amount of old characters, and, you'll be just going backwards, like, to a super large extent, I would just try and work on the stuff that you need to catch up on and keep the account, but it's really dependent on what we're looking at. Alright, let's see. Nothing there yet. I need help to get my EP up started this week, and I'm at 285 for my team. What can I do to improve it and tackle harder content? Well, if you're listening, gear. Gear's the most important thing you need to do. Make sure that your units have good 6-star, maybe not awakened, but at least like 6-star jackets and 6-star weapons that are elemental and matching the type. and the accessories for HP, that will help you clear that early game EP wall. Hi, bro. In your tier list, you put Vengeance Reamer at the top like the best character in the game, then why did you not put Wolf Princess Shuna and Lightning God Veldora because they have Vengeance? Okay, so that's a very easy question, or easy answer. And that's simply because Veldora and Shuna are not doing the same things that Raphael is. So, Veldora, he's got Vengeance, which is great. That's great. But then his second skill is Weakness Strike for certain teams and a stacking alt damage buff up to 50%. The Vengeance team does not do traditional damage. It's dependent on the Vengeance stacks. Whatever you do on alts, whatever you do with normal orbs is inconsequential to the actual damage output of Vengeance because it's all the bolts from the sky. Veldora, as a damage support unit on a defensive focused team, makes no sense. So push him away. Shuna is a DPS focused character. She is the single target damaging unit. Yes, she has Vengeance, but she rushes her ult. She stat swaps. She gives herself a wind attack. All things that the Vengeance team, if you're going to kill things using Vengeance, you don't want. You don't want ults on a Vengeance team. You want green orbs to get you maximum protection gauge so you can continue to use Velzard over and over and over again. Ults get in the way of that. With 150 points now, it makes it easier. Thankfully, there's a video coming out tomorrow or Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Either tonight or tomorrow, going over like what teams benefited the most from the 150 skill cap. Vengeance is one of them because it makes things easier to run. But Shuna's all about DPS, and again, this is a defense-focused team, so push her to the side. Now Raphael is doing a lot that not only will be Vengeance, which is passive damage coming from the sky, but also he's keeping you alive because he's got defensive focused skills. His Vengeance skill gives you guaranteed guard for a turn, which is a half damage cut, or 50% damage cut to any normal attack, which means you will live longer. His second skill seals the enemy's ability to attack up, crit, or pierce, which is big attack buffs that the enemy can do. This will help you take less damage and help you survive longer. And on top of that, he gives you a 50% all element resistance buff for 2 turns, which means that you'll take even less damage. So if you combine the element resistance plus the sealing of certain buffs plus the guaranteed guard, you end up taking 1 damage. Shuna and Veldora don't help you take 1 damage. They help you do damage that is unnecessary for a defense-focused team. So that is why Raphael is at the top, and the other 2 are not at the top. Because not only will he kill people with Vengeance, but he'll keep you alive. Any guesses on what it will be for part 2 of the Eni? Elmizia and Raphael? Just based on the VAs? How many hours? Okay. Jamarco. Do 18 hours times 365 times 3. And that's how many hours you got. Do I have a skincare routine? You always look very awake. No, I don't have a skincare. It's called wake up and remove pillow. And then wash my face in the shower at night, because I'm a night shower kind of guy. And you can't see it. My skin is really oily. Like really embarrassingly oily. I'm very self-conscious about it, so I'm gonna tell you this right now. Is like this is a safe spot, right? This is a safe spot. It's my channel. My skin is very oily, and I don't like people touching my face. It's a very big pet peeve. Like if you ever meet me out in the world, like I can high five you, I can handshake you, I can give you a hug, but like you try and touch my face, I'm immediately gonna slap your hand away. Like don't touch my face. And it's not like an ego thing. I don't want people to feel the oil coming out of my skin and my pores. Probably because of my diet, because I live off of Mountain Dew, probably doesn't help at all. But I don't have any major skincare routine. You just can't tell because it's dark in here. Like if you're watching me during the streams when these lights are on, you can tell my face is really shiny. That's from the oil. Hello, Joker. This isn't a question, but someday the Grand Cross has another slime collab coming out. and you're excited for it. Yeah, I saw that Nagato posted a video about LR Rimuru. I honestly have not put more than 5 seconds into that game in over a year. I still have the account primarily because I put too much money into it. But Tayden, let me bring it up for you, and let me tell you how far behind on this account I am, and how many diamonds I have ready for the slime collab, which I think is a new Millum. That's the only new character, I think. If there's someone else, I don't know. So as this loads up, I'll continue on. Is the Excel sheet for those who did not wait for the Annie still ongoing? The Excel sheet? I mean, I always have the Excel sheet. The Excel sheet is a primary part of this channel. It's always here. I don't know when this is coming out. I know it's in the data mine, but I don't know when it's coming. But we're waiting. We're waiting for me to put a title right here and put some names right here on October 28th. Is there going to be a benefit in upgrading non-EX characters into the new upgrade that is coming? I guess the immediate benefit would be giving old characters the ability to EX ult, which, I mean, there are a lot of older characters that could be competent DPS characters simply if they had access to an EX ult, like Space Millum, or First Anniversary Millum, or Octogram Lumi. She's gonna get all of her own attack or AoE and ult stacks because she's giving it to everybody else for the past 7 months, right? So she's going to work really well as a dark magic AoE nuker. Velzard, Fire Velzard is an AoE DPS for Fire, which Fire is kind of not super great right now. So there will be value for a lot of these characters to be awakened. It's probably going to be expensive. Whatever, because we don't know the process of awakening these characters. Do they need to be fully duped out? Do they need to be level 100 like skill fusions? I don't know. Do we need some kind of new rare currency that they're only going to drip feed us for the next year and a half? Probably. I don't know. Are they going to get stat buffs? Hopefully, so they can match EX characters. I don't know. Okay, Tayden, I have 204 diamonds, and if I look at my list of heroes, let me read off a few real quick. Blue Demon King Melly, level 1. The second version of Light Liz, Festival Light Liz, level 1. Cocytus and Ions from the Overlord collab, level 1. Tyr, level 1. Percival, level 1. Roxy and Ghislaine from the Mushoku Tensei collab, level 1. Festival Gother, level 1. Glass from the Shield Hero collab rerun, level 1. Level 1s. Look at all these level 1s, because all I do is I open the game on every Monday, and whatever banner is active, I summon, and then I close the game until the next Monday. I have not put time into this game in over a year, and I don't really want to, because having 2 gacha games is plenty for my wallet. I don't need a third one. I've managed to save just over 9,000 crystals for the new banner. Can't wait to have a new powerhouse team. I mean, yeah, hopefully this new meta is going to be as good as the Visions of Coleus team has been for the past year. Because Visions of Coleus Violet, still top tier. Blanc, still top tier. Coleus Rimuru, niche, but he is still good for his rainbows. And then Jean is really strong support. We just got her to 120 with the summons last night. She's probably the least used character, but still a very strong team. And so if they can make whatever's coming on Monday as good as the Visions of Coleus team was last year, that means they're going to have a lot of value for the next year. A lot of value going into 2025. How do you make it so you don't get kicked out of the game every 3 minutes? I don't know. It kind of depends on your device. Are you running like Android 14 or 15 because the game's not optimized for those. As far as that, maybe your device is too old. I don't know. It kind of depends on what you're using to play. Hello, I just got here and I don't know if someone asked already, but what are your thoughts on the Magic Continent Recollections Bazaar? The Bazaar. I actually haven't bought anything out of here yet. Luxury Bar Blueprint. You can buy one of those. Some EX release rocks. I would buy the Blueprint. I would buy the EX rocks, and I would buy the enhancement materials. Everything else is easily farmable. Like, I wouldn't buy Magicules or gold or these colored rocks. Maybe the rainbows, maybe, because you're not guaranteed when you're doing these EX stages or the rock stages. But everything else out of here is easily farmable. So I would focus on the Blueprint because it's a one-time thing and it's probably not going to come back, probably. The EX rocks because these are limited quantity things. And then the enhancements, because everybody needs skill enhancements. I would focus on those, and I wouldn't really focus on anything else until you've bought all of this stuff. New player here, does the Crucible reset because the missions are ending tomorrow? The missions do reset on Monday, yes. So try and get as much as you can done now before they reset, and then you can just do them again. And you refresh the missions, and you get new stuff. You can double up, essentially. Recommend any teams to hunt for? Yeah, the team that comes out on Monday. That's the team you should hunt for. Have you tried playing solo leveling or Black Clover? I played 5 minutes of solo leveling, and I don't like real-time action games like that, where I have to be into it and like sit here and always do it. I don't like those kind of games. I like turn-based. I like games that I can pick up and put down and come back later and it's still there. Like Dokkan. I could leave that thing going for 24 hours in one stage and I come back later and I'm still there. Slime, I could be in a Jubilee, I could be in a beatdown battle fight, go make dinner, go do something else, come back and I'm still there. I don't much like real-time action games like that anymore. Black Clover, I'm just not a fan of. I can't say I'm a fan. I can't say I'm not a fan. I just haven't watched Black Clover, so I'm not invested into it. And again, I don't need another gacha game to play. I spend enough money on Dokkan and Slime already that I don't need another one. And because I have no investment whatsoever in Black Clover, I don't really have the urge to be like, oh yeah, let's play that. When will the October tier list drop? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Look at my calendar. Look at my schedule. I make this every single month, and everything in red is already done. Everything in red is already done and scheduled out on YouTube. So we had the third anti-harvest event today. The Cleese showcase went up, and now in 11 minutes, the ISIS showcase will go up. Tomorrow's the October tier list, 150 skill point update video, and then a video going over the developer Q&A that was during their live stream last week. And then 27th, top units that are the worst of this year between the 2nd and 3rd anniversary, right? The 5 worst battle units, in my opinion, and then the 3 worst protectors, again, in my opinion. And people are very much free to debate that in the comments. I'm sure some people will have feelings around that, but I do this every month. This helps me plan out what I need to do and what kind of time slots I have, because I generally don't like to push out more than 2 or 3 videos a day. Like, obviously, if you look at this, I put out a literal fuck ton of videos in this month, and if I had the September one, it was even more. But yeah, tier list coming out tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific time. Would you recommend using flashback crystals to build old event buildings for easy early game population? It's something you can do. I don't know if I recommend it though, because early game you should have enough things building already, and you probably aren't using crystals to give yourselves the extra 2 building slots, because crystals you want to use to summon for. So you probably already have buildings going at any given point already. So trying to get more to put them on hold to just sit there instead of buying like the important units like Rimuru and Isis and Geld and all that, I don't really know if that's a good use of your flashback crystals. No. How handsome is reality? Not. Will you do staff applications in your Discord server, like for new helpers and such? I think I'm kind of good on helpers right now. I just promoted like 3 people recently, so I don't need any more right now. But as far as like whenever I do need some, like the requirements are kind of strict. Like you gotta be a very knowledgeable player. You gotta be able to help yourself and other people. You gotta be level-headed. You gotta interact a lot and have like a consistent knowledge basis of helping people with good advice and all that. I'm kind of strict on it. So right now I'm not really looking for people. Maybe in the future. Thanks for the stream. How long are you planning to stream? I'm planning to be here for a while. I haven't even done any missions yet. We should probably just jump into Valor so I can get these done. I'll be here for a while. I had plans later today. They got canceled. So I'm pretty much free. Alright. Lucas, I was thinking to the meta for the 3rd Annie, and now that alt can stack buffs, what do you think of an orange stacking team? I was thinking to the meta for the 3rd Annie, and now that alt can stack buff, what do you think of an orange stacking team? An orange stacking team would need a lot. Because to stack, you need a lot of protection gauge, which oranges give the least amount of. So, like, I know that Shinsha, Wheel of Magic Shinsha gives you like 60%. It's not enough. You need to be given oranges like fucking 300% protection gauge to even make it remotely useful to stack and cycle protectors over and over again. And you're gonna need a triple alt swapper to oranges, guaranteed, because 2 hands of oranges is alts for everybody on turn 3. So I don't. Oh shit! That's not what I wanted to do. Damn it, auto. Let's just send this. We'll get 30 points out of it. Hey Joker. Hello Juan. Skylord, how do you get your true PP to like 530? I can't seem to get over 400k even with a good amount of 8-star equipment. Bond XP and your magic buildings in town are going to be a pretty big factor for getting over that hump after you've got the good gear. When will Ogre's Pride rerun? Fuck, I don't know. I've had it chilling right here forever because it's been in the data mine that we're going to get a rerun for it, but I don't know when. But at this point, I don't know if you should even summon for any old 5-star reruns, because now we have Unbounds. Bro has 19,710 hours in the game. Yeah, that probably sounds about right. So in case you're new, and you don't know like the history of the channel and what I do for a living, I work from home. I have a big boy real job. It's not. I don't make money solely on YouTube. I don't make enough to support a quarter of my rent on YouTube. But I work for the DMV in Washington State, USA, West Coast. It's a very boring job. I write policies, rules that people have to follow in the offices. It allows me to work from home 99% of the time. And when I don't have any work to do at this desk, like this desk right here, that's my work desk. There's a laptop underneath this shit, and then I've got 2 more monitors. So I've technically got a 3-monitor setup there too. But when I don't have any work to do there, I just simply rotate. and then I make videos here. And that's why I have so much time, and that's why I can pump out so many videos like as soon as stuff drops in game, because I'm literally right here. If I had a normal job that I had to go to an office every day, no, this channel would be so much less than what it is. I'd be doing like one video a day maximum. So because COVID happened and work from home started, and my unit doesn't have to be at an office in a cubicle to do what I do, it gives me a great amount of freedom to just put all of my attention onto this. And that's why I have so much fucking time in this game, because I literally have it open as I'm sitting here doing work. So there's some knowledge for you. Will there be another collab, either rerun or new? Fuck, I don't know. We haven't had a collab since Overlord, and that was not received very well. So, collabs are not overly common, I would say. Like, we've had the Konosuba collab, the Idolmaster collab, and the Overlord collab. Like, those are the three primary things. And Konosuba was first. That was like early summer of 2023. And then we didn't get a collab until December of 2023 for the items. And then 2 months later in February, we got Overlord. So we got him like with a month in between Idolmaster and Overlord, which is really, really fast. And then nobody liked Overlord. It was universally despised. And now we haven't had a collab since March. Yeah, March. We know that collabs will not rerun, though. Like, there's a little, in all the summon banner information, fine print for collab banners, they will not be featured on future banners. So, yeah, we're not going to get a rerun of Konosuba or Idols or Overlord, which is unfortunate, because people who don't have Overlord Shizu are now permanently locked out of it, which is unfortunate, because she is legitimately one of the best characters in the game. But, oh, damn it. I didn't flip these spots around. Okay, well, oh well. As far as, like, incoming, fuck, I don't know. No, I went too far. Went too far. Do you recommend using your EX shards to focus units, or do you recommend just awakening units when you're RNG dupes? Do you recommend using your EX shards on focused units, so certain units, I assume, or do you recommend just awakening units when you RNG dupes, like when you summon for them? EX shards, I think, should only be used for characters with actually useful traits. Protection gauge or skill point traits. Mainly protection gauge, because the game runs off your protector, so if you don't have protection gauge, you're at a loss. I would only honestly put shards into those characters, especially EX shards, since they're so very not common to come by. Putting shards into DPS characters is something that, like, Sweaty Whales for Jubilee do, or Ranked Valor Cup. Like, a level 100 EX DPS character will do plenty of damage for any amount of content in the game that is not Jubilee, right? Because my level 100 Momiji, if you put enough support units around her, will do 27 million damage. Has there ever been a boss that has 27 million HP? No. So, Momiji is fine at level 100. She doesn't need extra dupes in her. Would it be nice? Yeah, sure, but you don't need to. I'd rather put dupes into someone that's actually going to make an impact to the team in passive ways where I don't have to worry about it. So, with that in mind, protection gauge traits are really what I would focus on for your EX shards. If you want to put them into some unit because they're your most favorite character in the game, like if you love the masked hero and you want a level 120 masked hero, or like I like Sokka and Blanc, so I have all the Blancs and Sokkas at 120. Like, if you want to do that, then waifu over meta, be my guest. But that's only if you don't care. Overlord Collect would never rerun or never? Probably never. I wouldn't say never ever, because I guess they could rebuy the licensing rights to it and rerun it, but that costs money. So it's like a 99% chance that we're never gonna get an Overlord collab rerun. Why am I so handsome? It's that diet of Mountain Dew, baby. Will the next banner be space focused? Fuck, I don't know. We don't know what's coming on Monday. Hello, Joker. Is your problem with the Daima characters in Dokkan fixed? Oh, yeah, it was... are you the person that responded to me on Twitter? Yeah, they were in my box. I just didn't accept everything. I thought I accepted everything out of that box, but it only did, like, the 100 rewards or whatever, and it left, like, the last one dupe of Vegeta and Goku in the box. I'm really embarrassed about it. Let's not talk about it anymore. What would be a theme for characters you would like? Swimsuit Sokka and Swimsuit Blanc. Because they didn't do swimsuits at all this year because they were so fucking focused on giving us Season 3 shit. And we got fucking Maribel. Whoop-de-friggin' do. Yeah, give me a swimsuit Sokka, like the white one-piece Sokka from the Slime Diaries. Chef's kiss. Or put Blanc in a one-piece. I like one-piece swimsuits, by the way. Yeah, do that. Whether or not that's an anniversary meta, no. But if you're just asking me what I want to see, then I want to see that. Tempest Cookie. Hi, I'm a new player playing again since yesterday with a new account. Should I summon on the new banner? You should do your 100 free tickets for the Isis and Kyokyo banner, and then you should not summon for anything until Monday. Please, how to use Omniaccord. Omniaccords are only used for skill fusing characters, which is taking older characters and making their skills slightly better. But if they're old 5-star characters, they need to be fully duped out to level 100. So if you don't have any of them at level 100, then you're just not going to be able to skill fuse them. They did just start doing EX skill fusions, which do not need them fully duped out because they're already at level 100. But you do need the Omniaccords for that, and so I can show you that once this fight is over. Nature and Klein, I think I saw you guys that re-upped your memberships, so thank you for that. I see it now. I'm just not quite there yet. I think I fucked chat up. Oh god, I think I fucked chat up. Okay. Okay, well, there were some questions that I probably missed. I'm sorry, chat refreshed on me and I can't really go back to it. So, I'm gonna start with Hashim Al-Masri, the One. Joker, I want to ask you about the quests. When you walk around in the Central Tempest, there are quests in the corner of the screen. How can I unlock them? Most of them are locked for me. They have specific requirements. You have to do other quests or you have to do certain things. I don't actually know because I don't do them. I'm a bad player. I don't do those quests. But they do require certain things done before a lot of them unlock. So if we go home and like the blue exclamation point ones, I assume is what he's talking about. Come on, load. Jesus, yeah, these ones right here. Yeah, so like this one, clear daily Gobta story, Gobta on the run ×2, place a park in Central Tempest. So they all have requirements you gotta do. And you gotta clear Gobta on the run, number 2. Okay, well, now I gotta place a park in, I gotta place 2 parks in Tempest, and then I gotta do all these. Like, I have so many to fucking do, and I just don't give a shit. I know they give crystals, I'm not worried about it, but they all have some unlock condition that you have to match up. Going back speaking to the Omni Accords question, so let's where's Fount of Wisdom Rimuru? He's up here somewhere. So if you go to this Fount of Wisdom Rimuru, you can see he's got a highlight and he's got a skill fusion. So you hit that and it takes the Omni Accords right here, plus it takes a lot of the other materials, and this will allow you to upgrade the skill into a new version. Sometimes a better, sometimes a questionable version of the skill. There are a few units that I just will not skill fuse. But that's the only thing that Omni Accords are for, or are for skill fusions. And again, EX characters, as long as they're level 100, you can do them. You don't need all the extra 5 dupes. But for the older characters, like this Velzard right here, this is a character that would never skill fuse because it makes your skill fusion more expensive. You would have to be at level 10 first, and then you would use the Omni Accords to fuse this skill, and that's the only thing they're used for. Which is why they're not super important for beginning players, because no beginning player is going to have these old characters duped out to level 100. And even the EX characters, like, I doubt you have the enhancement materials to get them to level 10 to begin with, much less skill fuse them and do it again. Will you make videos on all old 5-stars when they can be made EX or Unbound? I mean, not every single friggin' one of them, because that's like 16 months worth of meta of units, and I'm certainly not going to EX every single one of them, but for like the ones that I actually do want to, I certainly will make showcase videos, but that doesn't start until December, and I'm sure we wouldn't be able to do any of them for some amount of time. So Nature, his member comment, I'll do this now since I don't want to wake up 3 a.m. in the morning for the stream. Happy 15 months. Thank you, Nature. Klein, I'll do the same as Nature. I will sleep and wake up at 11 a.m. Happy 15 months. Thank you both. What update do you think has been the most important for Slime? The biggest update for Slime. What was the most impactful update for Slime? That is an excellent question. I don't know. I mean, I personally like this gear update. I like the 150 skill point update that they did. EX becoming a thing like that, that's a huge update. The revamp to Jubilees was a thing. And a whole bunch of the other quality of life things that have come and gone that I can't name off the top of my head because it's been way too friggin' long. I mean, there's been more than a few that have been pretty impactful. I don't know if I can figure out which one is the most impactful. So sorry, that's not really a good answer to your question, but I don't have anything else to tell you. The actual meta, like antagonist, will still be usable in like 6 months. I mean, probably not. No, the game puts out like 1 or 2 orange metas a year, and it's now October, late October, and we've had 2 this year, 1 in January and 1 in late October. Next year will probably be the same, where we don't get an orange meta until like April. So it'll be good for all the early game content that doesn't really matter. You can brute force your way through it, but if you're talking like trying to use the antagonist team for this next incoming meta, I don't know if it's gonna nerf oranges or nerf Pierce or I'm gonna say probably not. Oranges are not heavily favored in this game. When they do come out, they do make him, like, New Year's is still a good team when you can use them, is the caveat. When they can be used, when you want to crit and synergy and have physical units, like, they're really good for that. But like for the current antagonist team and their meta beatdown battle, you didn't want to crit or synergy, so they weren't good, and you also didn't want to be physical. So it's like, because they come out so far in between, they generally don't work well together. So one orange team from January and this orange team from October did not mix. Mega Green Kirby, hello. Whoever the hell makes this game, give me full-size Veldora as a battle unit and my life is yours. That was a question that was asked during the dev live stream, if they're gonna give us like an allied playable dragon-sized Veldora, and they said it'd be difficult to implement because he's so fucking huge. Like, it had to be like one Veldora on your side and not have 3 other characters. I like how the title says while I grind missions, but he hasn't had the chance to do any of that. I'm doing some Valor Cup videos right now, or Valor Cup fights, and you're fine. We're fine. When do you think the Jubilee rewards will hit? Well, I mean, we know exactly when they'll hit. If you go look at the notice, it has the end period, the ranking period, and then the display period. So if you want to know like the literal exact date that they're going to be live, then go look at the Jubilee notification in the news. Generally it takes 3 days from the end, so this ended yesterday night, so today's night is day 1, tomorrow's night is day 2, so that's Saturday, and then Sunday night is day 3, so I'm assuming Sunday night or Monday night is going to be when the Jubilee rewards hit. Have the Crucible missions ever reset before? No. They have not. This is the first time they've been reset, ever. They keep extending them out because they're limited time missions, right? But it's been the same missions. They just keep extending the period that they're active out for the past 2 years. So it's been like, oh yeah, limited time missions from December of 2022 to April of 2023, and then when we get to April 23, they're like, oh, by the way, we're extending the period out again so new people can do them, in another 6 months, and then another 6 months. So it's been the same missions just stretched out over 2 years' time, and now finally they're going to refresh them. Finally. Hi, is there an optimal auto team for clearing most content? Okay, the fact that you put auto automatically says no, there's not. Because no auto team runs as well as you doing it yourself, because you know what to do, and you know when to switch units out, and you know when to use skills. If you're gonna make the game a full auto game, it's not gonna work very well. Because of the limitations of stages, because each team is built differently for different buffs and different orbs, and each stage nerfs different buffs and different orbs, there is no one-size-fits-all team, especially if you're doing it auto, because the game doesn't know, there's not smart enough to let the auto mode do what you think it should. So I don't recommend playing this game on auto. If you do, just know that your experience is going to suck. And I'm not trying to be mean about that, it's just that it's a specific game with specific things you want to do, and the auto AI is not good enough to do it. Joker, what do you think of the new Overlord game coming out soon? I know there is a new Overlord game coming out. I don't know jack crap about it. I started in the game again like 1 week ago. My best team has 290k EP right now. What should I focus on? Crucible, Conquest, or Story? Yes. Probably Crucible right now because the missions refresh in a couple days. So really push that. Story Quest is always going to be there. Conquest will always be there. Push Crucible right now. Do you have any wish for quality of life for the game? I have many wishes for quality of life in the game. I wish that skill fusions didn't require units to be level 100. I wish that pity carried over to actual banners. I wish that they would stop dropping 3 fucking banners every goddamn month that have new units on it and just do 2. Do like the battle protector and then do a battle unit and just put a 2-week gap in between. There are many things I wish they would do. What do you think they'll put as units for the Annie? Elmezia and Raphael, because their VAs are there. Isis coin shop priority for early game. The jackets, for one. I'm trying to remember what's in the Isis shop besides potions, because that's the only thing I ever buy out of there. I mean, you could buy charms if you're in a place that charms are becoming a necessary thing for you. Autogram emblem, something you should always buy. If you're not endgame, don't worry about the enchantment materials. Like, just, you're not going to use them right now. You probably don't even have the ability to do it. Same with awakening gear. Like, if you're not at a point where awakening gear is something you need to do, I wouldn't worry about buying these. You'll get enough from the tower missions that it'll hold you over for a good amount of time. This is not gear that I'm talking about, the Valor Cup shop. Potions. More stamina potions so you could do more things to grind more gear to get more coins. Yeah. And the Octagram emblem every week. And the hot pot says feeding people is free crystals. I think it's called Lord of Nazariq. Yeah, sure. I don't need another gacha game to play. Broa, is there a way to farm flashback crystals? Yes. So what you do is that you do the event story quest. Right now is the Despair Mirror of Awakening, right? And you get the you get these mirror shards, right? When you do it, you take those mirror shards and you exchange them in the event shop for the Despair Mirror of Awakening, and all the way down at the bottom, flashback shards. And it takes 30 for 100 of these, and you just do that. And you know what? I've got 41,000. I bought everything that I need to out of here. Well, now I bought everything that I need to because everything else I can easily farm. I bought all the food. I bought all the enhancement materials. I bought the limited time stuff, and all this other stuff I have plenty of, and it's easily grindable. So let's spend 38,706 things on flashback shards. Boom. Gave me 129,000 right there. That's how you get flashback shards. When the Crucible missions get refreshed for everyone, will they be the exact same or will they be changed? I don't know. They've never done it before. We're going to find out together. Oh, one of my things ran out. Oh, no. Oh, ooh, 10 more charm slots. I'll take that. Let's re-unlock this. And, oh, yeah. Let's build some things. Okay, back to Battle Cup. Hey Joker, those protection characters from any event are good to grind or just use EX protection? Just use EX units. Most of the free-to-play protectors are terrible. There are like 2 good ones. I would say Commander Shion is good, and for a blue stacking team, and the Protector Piece Frey that is a green stacker are good. And then like Vengeance Albus, if you just desperately need a Vengeance protector, she can work. Those are good options. Everyone else is shit. Isis is not great. Even the new one, that's her showcase, I think, yeah, just went up 20 minutes ago. She's not it. Should make a vid on the sneaky skill fusions. I should, but they're gonna be covered on Monday. and it's not like we can do them right now anyways, so I don't really want to do it. The Koban token, do you get them when your thing renews or at the start of the month? When your thing renews. So whatever day that you bought it on, that day a month from now is going to be the date you get it back. I just got my Koban 2 days ago, which is not the same day as when Nature got his Koban. So it just is based on when you bought it. We got some Joker lore. Oh geez, I'm so far behind if this is where I am in chat. Oh my god. Any collabs you want Slime to get? Mine is ReZero. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys on a little secret. I don't really care about ReZero. I watched season 1, thought it was fine. Season 2, I didn't much like. I have not watched anything of season 3. I've seen clips on Twitter and that's about it. I don't care. None of the girls in there are what I would consider my best girls. Like Rem is fine, Amelia's fine, sure, whatever. I don't care. And that's 100% a personally biased thing. Like I know there's a lot of people that like ReZero, and you know what? Like away. It does not affect me what you do and do not like, unless it's my channel, and then it does affect me. But like I like kind of trashy shitty shows. I watch Aramanga Sensei. I watch Domestic Girlfriend. I watch Keijo. I watched Harem in a Labyrinth of Another World. Like I watch shit like that. I watch Violet Evergarden. I watch Your Lie in April. I watch Your Names because everyone needs a good cry. I watch Plastic Memories. I watch what as when I had lunch earlier today before the stream, I was watching How I Attended an All Guys Mixer, and it's about some 3 dudes going to a bar and going on a group date, right? But the girls are cross-dressing as dudes, and the entire show is just them coming to terms with the girls that they like cross-dressing as dudes for funsies onesies, and them being super hot dudes. I watch shit like that. It makes no sense. I like Gate. I like Sword Art Online. Sue me. I'm sorry. It was like the first anime that got me back into anime in my adult life. I like Beatless. I like Recreators. I like a large gamut of things. And sometimes that gamut does not include like the big primetime shows. I don't watch Bleach. I don't watch Naruto. I don't watch MHA. I didn't finish Attack on Titan. I didn't finish Demon Slayer. Like I have not watched like more than 1 episode of JJK. Like my tastes are very random. I like Freerun. I like Apothecary Diaries. Right? Those are very, very good, entertaining, but thoughtful shows. And then I literally turn around and watch, what is it? Redo of Healer. Not a good show, but it varies wildly. Isn't the volume low? Oh, did I not turn the filter on? I probably didn't turn the filter on. I didn't turn the filter on. All right. Volume, go. Is that better? Can you hear me now? It probably is better. I understand that when I'm streaming that I have to turn the filter up to like 10. Normally it's at 0. And then I increase my voice volume during editing. So there we go. Now you can probably actually hear my stories. Pretty Sparkle is pretty decent. It's decent if you have the team, because you can be invincible. But if you don't have the team, then sorry. Do you think Konosuba will ever return? No. If a collab comes, which collab would you like it to be? I would like Sword Art Online. I would like Kirito. Bandai owns Gundam. That, you know, they owned Idolmaster, which is why they could do the collab, because it made no sense, but it didn't cost really anything. So if you just saw a Strike Freedom Gundam popping in here and just fucking full burst on the enemies, I would die a little bit. That'd be cool, but not gonna be logical. So like Shield Hero, good isekai. Gate doesn't collab with anything, but hey, I like Gate. Wow, I was just re-rolling and I got all the EXs in the banner from the 100 tickets. Congratulations, you should probably keep that account. And you should not spend any crystals until Monday. Hey, Joker, who is your favorite slime character from Jimmy Joe? My favorite slime character is Millum. I like her. She's wild and crazy and has no self-control and no restraint and only kind of gives a shit what other people think about her. I like Millum, as exemplified by the entire like column of Millum figures that I have right here. As far as my favorite slime waifu, because I recognize that Millum is not a waifu, Soka. Dragon Newt Soka. Well, not dragon form. Well, need details. Soka. Soka is my ninja Soka is my slime waifu. But as far as a character I'd like to see most on screen, it's Millum, because she's just fucking wild. oh boy. All right, chat reset again. God, where did it go? Where am I? Wait, do you think we can get part 2 collabs at Grand Cross? Probably not. Okay, we're just now getting to Swimsuit Blanc and stuff. Great. I'm still so far behind on chat. When you'll see this in the future, Joker, your chat refresh only made you miss. Yeah, probably. It just happened. Opinion on the future meta? I can't have an opinion on things I don't know. ISIS shot priority. I think we already talked about that. Will I play Persona X? If it comes to global, maybe. But again, I don't need another gacha game to play. I like the Persona games, but they're console games. I just buy them once and I never have to spend money on them again. I'm 65 hours into Metaphor ReFantazio. I think I'm almost at the end. I've really been enjoying that. Like, I know that I put out a literal fuck ton of videos and people are like, Joke, you need to sleep. Oh my god, you put out so many videos this month. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, I have. But also because I work from home, I can do all that. And then, you know, at 8 or 9 p.m., I just get up from this chair, go into my room, and I play Metaphor. And I don't record videos. I don't talk. I just play a game that doesn't require me to work. I don't have to sit at this desk. What should be the purchase order in the Octagram shop? Guy, Lumi, Romerus. Yeah. Guy first, because guaranteed stun for 25 points is important. Lumi next, because she's good support and she's got a really good trait. And then Romerus if you need a healer. Everyone else in that shop is shit. Until they get double skill fusions. And then some of them are okay and some of them are still shit. Guy. You just need one copy of Guy. You just need him for his stun. And as long as you're stunning things properly, he's never going to get hit. So it doesn't matter what fucking level he is. As long as his skill is level 10. And you can stun for 25 points. Charles Bryan Francisco. Charles Bryan J. Francisco. That's a name. When the EX and Unbound characters come out, will you make videos on them like Budget or Getho? I'm assuming you say Ghetto. I can. Yeah. Like, but again, I'm not going to be able to upgrade them all at once. Like, I'm assuming this is going to this is a process, and it's going to cost some kind of currency that we don't have right now. So it's not going to be a very fast, quick, and easy thing. Like, it's not going to drop, and then magically all my units are unbound. The Spider's King. I never want to meet you in real life. No, keep those things away from me. What would you think of a 3 Beastketeers meta with the Protector Carrion, where the Beastketeers transform into their animal forms when Carrion uses his Protector skill? That sounds cool. It would give Sufia and Phobio and Albus more representation, which they don't really have. Albus has 1 EX character and then a bunch of free-to-play units. Phobio has 1 3-star character and nothing, and then Sufia has 1 4-star character and, well, a couple 4-star characters. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Do that. Carrion only has one summonable character. He only has one character total, period. So, yeah, give me some more unit representation. Don't give me the fucking 50,000th goddamn Shuna. Then following Wildstar question, which Octagram unit should be the first dupe? Lumi. Because she's actually got protection trait for the first 3 turns, and you could really take advantage of that in a lot of fights. Forces update? Saint Will Forces update? I don't understand the context of what your question is. Maybe I'll see it when I scroll further down and get caught up on chat, if I ever get caught up. I'd say that Vengeance was the most impactful since every difficult stage senses had a cleanse effect just to stop it. Yeah, Vengeance is really good, and they have tried their best to nerf the crap out of it. Rogue, not sure if this has already been asked. With how many building upgrades there are early on, at what point should I stop population upgrades and focus everything else? I think the best answer would be once you are able to do all the upgrades and stuff. Like, once you have access to all the primary power items, like enchanting, like super awakening, like all that shit. Once you get your bond XPs up, like once building things is only for population, you can start worrying about some of the stat buildings and all that. The laboratory for potions, the hot spring to get extra stamina, the magic buildings for extra stats. Like, once population is only giving you population and it's not very quick, like you're not getting the free 100 crystals every single time you finish a building, that's probably when you should flip your focus over. I personally like the parallel processing update. Oh, where you can parallel process and do other things, like what I'm currently doing right now. Like what I'm currently doing right now in the food event. Yeah, that's nice. Monday, when the banner came, will you say what is better for beginners between the anniversary banner and the EX guaranteed summons? I will. Yeah, when it comes out, because you know the banner on Monday could make every single EX character irrelevant for all we fucking know. Lay down your top 5 teams and units. I did a tier list on this somewhere, didn't I? Didn't I? Let's duplicate this. Let's go back. Content. Yeah, I did a video on that already. Top 5 full meta teams before the 3rd anniversary. Honorable mention, Light 3.0. Number 5, Exalted Champions. Number 4, Visions of Coleus. Number 3, number 3, New Year's Blessing. Number 2, The Idols. And number 1 is Vengeance. I made a video on that already. Spoilers. There you go. There's the video. You can go search it if you want. I would think this one would be a tiny bit more viable just because Mills gives 2 rainbow orbs too. I think I'm missing some context, but yeah, sure. Really wish they made transform units when they alt or tag units. I mean, transforming units would be kind of hard to implement. Like, would it take up a whole skill? Would they need to alt first, like they do in Grand Cross, and that's what makes them terrible? Transformation units, I do want duo units. I also want where you could like flip between them or something. That'd be cool. I just don't know about implementation. How to log out in that game? It's 1 account per device, so you can't really log out. I get bored in auto stages that are below extreme. I mean, that's fine. If they're not difficult and you don't need to think, then yeah, let the auto take care of it. Pity carryover would be huge. It would be huge, and they're never going to do it. Asian Newer. Hi, Joker. Do you think Vengeance Felzard and Vengeance Raphael is enough to go through all of Crucible? Yes. 110% yes. Because they will keep you alive. Crucible doesn't really hit that hard. And they also don't have a lot of HP. So your Vengeance, you don't have to put too much on for them to die. Thank you. This game has been a lot more fun after viewing your guides. You're welcome, Monkey54. The Fallen. Hey, can you give some advice on what to look out for building a team? I play since June and still struggle to build a good team. I mostly rely on the optimize. I don't got that many dupes. The Fallen, it really, really depends on what stage you're trying to what you're trying to play. Let's see if I've got any new tags in here for team building. No, okay. You got to look at what stage is like what they're operating under, whether you want to bring an orange or a green or a blue team, and then you got to tailor it off that. Like some stages don't want you to crit, some don't want you to pierce. You just have to be aware of what the stage is not wanting you to bring, and then try and make a team out of that. Without seeing your box, like there is no one universal team, which is someone asked that earlier. There is not one universal team that can do everything, because at some point every stage nerfs something that team is going to have. So it's very dependent on what you have access to. Well, this team is going to be kind of annoying if they use the Lumi skill. Are you going to be annoying? Nope. Okay, you're fine. Do you think it's okay to just pull for the characters you like over what's good? Yeah. Waifu over meta, man. If you want to pull, then pull away. If you don't give two shits about, premium optimized teams and you just want to play the game and have fun and you like Milim or you like Veldora and you want to pull for some Veldoras, like, have at it. My advice when putting out the should you summons are for players that are like actively trying to better their boxes and try and clear harder content and stuff. But if you honestly just don't care about that, then play the game how you want, man. It's your game. I am one dude on the internet. Like, my word is not law. That's unfortunate that guy died. So it's not like the end all be all. You can play your game how you want. In Dokkan, Truth wants fucking dodge on everything. And while I do respect that, I have dodge on a lot of characters. I don't put everything into dodge on every single character that he thinks needs it. No, I give them a little bit of everything else. But I do listen to him, the fact that you do need to give characters some level of dodge. Like 3 dodge for everybody. That's fine. It's not that big a thing. But some people don't agree with that, which is fine. They can play their game how they want. You can play a game how you want. You could build up your entire Exalted Champions team and never touch anything else. Does it mean you might have trouble clearing some other content? Yeah. Do you care about that? Well, if the answer is no, then it doesn't really matter what you do. Hopefully that makes sense. By the time you see this question, you are so far behind on chat. Yeah, don't remind me. I'm so far behind. Asian Newer, it's in, how high are your equipments? Joker, you're very cultured in terms of anime, got to love it. Yep. How I attended an all guys make. It's a really nice show. It's a fun show. So there's 4 episodes out of it now, I think. Yeah, 4 if I refresh this. It's actually pretty fun. It's very wholesome. It's very, slice of lifey. It's just the purple hair, the dark hair, and the blonde are actually girls, and they work at a drag bar. So they dress up as guys for their job. And then these 3 guys are like, oh, hey, we're going on dates because they're college friends or something like that. And then they show up and it's just 3 dudes chilling there. They're like, wait, I thought these were girls. And they are girls. They just dress up as dudes. So a lot of them, every single episode, they're like, it's just 6 dudes going out. It's fun. It's mindless entertainment. And I find it entertaining. And that's the whole point. I'm not reading too much into it. I'm just here to watch some anime. And I don't have to use 3,000% of my brain to understand it. Domestic mention. Domestic girlfriend. Yep. SAO goated. Thank you. I know it's not the most beloved thing out there, but some people like it. I like it. I grew up in the 90s. I watched Gundam Wing. I watched Dragon Ball Z when it was airing on Toonami. And then throughout like middle and high school and some of my early adult life, I didn't watch anime. And then when I lived in Florida with my now ex-wife, we were scrolling through Netflix one day and we were like, Sword Art Online, what the fuck is that? And so we sat there and then we binged like half the season because it Sword Art Online came out years ago, so it was all out. And we're like, damn, that was really good. And then we started watching more anime. And that was in like 2015? 2015 or 2016 is when I started watching anime again. Yeah. So. And now I'm not married anymore. I haven't been married for 6 years. 2018 is when I got divorced. So there's some more Joker lore for you. I have been married before. I have touched grass. I have had a girlfriend before. In case anyone out there was wondering, it's like he spends a lot of time making gacha games and he watches some really cultured anime. Like, this man is going to be a forever virgin. It's like, not true. It's been a hot minute, but not true. Would you watch an anime about golfing? I've always wanted to watch that Birdie Wing one, but I've never sat down to find the time. I know there's probably more golfing anime than just Birdie Wing. I know there's 2 seasons of that, but I've never actually watched it. I've never watched the Grand Blue, the diving one, but I know that's getting a new season. I watched like 2 episodes of Harukana Receive, which is a beach volleyball one, which I was watching for different reasons. Sports anime is not really something I jump to normally. Like, I'm not watching Blue Lock, which I've seen all the memes about season 2 about that. I haven't watched Kuroko's Basketball or Haikyuu. What are some other big sports? Ping Pong, the animation, I haven't watched that. I haven't watched Yuri on Ice. I know it's a really good show. I haven't watched it, though. I'm not really big on ice skating. I've been ice skating before. It's kind of hard. It's very easy to cut your fucking hand off. Especially if you flail. But haven't watched that. I need to get Joker into Yosuga no Sora. Too late. I'm way ahead of you there. Yosuga no Sora, redo of Healer, Ishizoku Reviewers. I have watched Culture, okay? I have seen Culture. School Days. Oh, every time someone asks what's a weird anime that off the top of your head, School Days. The more people I can get to watch School Days, the happier I am in life. Do you play Seven Deadly Sins gacha game? Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier in the stream. I have an account. I haven't played it in a year. Or more than that. Boku no Pico? Yeah, that's... yeah, no, I'm aware of that one too. Oh god. Oh, it updated again. Oh shit. Okay, where am I? Okay, alright. Freerun collab? I mean, that'd be cool. I've never seen them collab with anything before, though, so I think the odds are kind of low. And I'm sure that would cost quite a pretty penny now that it's quite popular. Jacob Benedict. I have saved 15,000 gems through the past couple months. Should I spend all of it on the upcoming banner to try and get the characters level 20, or just get the banner characters and stop? Like the banner on Monday, I think you should get the characters and stop, because there's going to be like 2 more banners that are going to complete that team that come out in the coming weeks, and you might want to summon for them too. That way you have a full complete team. So spending your entire load on the first 3 characters, they might be good, but they're not the full team. And so you want to leave yourself that option. And again, dupes are generally not super impactful unless they're protection gauge. and there are ways to get around that with older characters. So, I mean, I only go for 1 copy of units. If I pull multiples on the way, great. But like, I have a lot of level 100 EX characters, and I've had no real issues with that affect me. But I also have every character in the game, minus Clayman. Whoop-de-doo. William PHG. I'm new to the game. Why is Rimuru God SS tier? Because he's got the Vengeance skill, which is passive killing damage, and he's got 2 defensive skills that means that he will keep you alive. So the fact that he can keep your entire team alive for a long time and also passively take down the enemy slowly but surely means that he is God tier SS. Any thoughts on Persona X? If so, will you play it and make videos? Thoughts are, yeah, I like Persona a lot. The Halloween party I'm going to tomorrow, I'm going to be dressed up as Joker, because I have a Joker cosplay. It doesn't fit very well, but I have one. As far as will I make videos on it? Probably not. Milim and Rimuru, best characters in your opinion? First year of this game, my only goal is to pull all Rimuru and Milim. Not much anything else? Not much anymore. Okay, well, yeah, sure. Joker, who is your favorite underground rapper? I don't listen to much rap. And I certainly don't know of any underground rappers. I listen to 2000s rock, Linkin Park, My Chemical Romance, Bullet for My Valentine, 3 Days Grace, System of a Down. I listen to like Electric Callboy, listen to a lot of Japanese artists like OPs and Hiroyuki Sawano and stuff like that. Not a lot of rap comes into my playlists. Like, I like the old Eminem because it's all just satire and it's just funny. But I don't go out of my way to listen to rap nowadays. What has been my favorite and least favorite meta? Favorite and how many more fights do I have to do? I have to do 6. Okay. Favorite and least favorite. Least favorite, probably Wind 2.0. Diablo, Gabaru, Geld. Trainee is good. Dino is, nah. Probably my least favorite. And then as far as my favorite meta, probably Visions of Coleus. It's our first Blanc. And I saw her and I was like, oh, okay, new waifu acquired. And she's really good. And it was Rainbow Orbs and Synergy, which is brand new. So probably that. Like a close second would probably be the first anniversary team because it was our first green stacking meta. And first Annie Milim is still really good. Turreted George. New player here. Should I summon on this bait banner to get a few EX, for example, like a multi or 2? No. You should wait until Monday, see what those characters do, and then make your decision. Follow up on Autogram Shop. Lumi and Guy. After duping Lumi, would you get Romorus, or do you even buy their equipment? No, do not buy Autogram gear. Ever. Never, never, ever, ever. Hopefully someone told you that already in the chat. Never buy Octagram gear. It's such a fucking waste of resources. Oh my Jesus Christ. It's so expensive. You only get the materials from fucking Ranked Valor, which is dumb to begin with. And it's so expensive to do, and it doesn't really give you that much extra stats. So never get Octagram gear. If you've duped Lumi up and you have Guy, you can get Romorus. That's fine. It really, after Guy and Lumi, the choice is yours. What is my favorite version, the dub or sub for Rimuru? I like both. Some of the voice acting for the dub in Slime is questionable, but for the most part, I like it. Like, if I'm actually going to sit here and watch Slime, I prefer sub, but if I just need some background noise and I just need something back there, I'll put it in dub. I don't have... Like, there are some shows that dub is really bad. really bad. There are some shows that are dubbed are really good. Kaguya-sama, Gate, like these are very good dubbed shows. I don't particularly mind the dub of SAO. I think I watched most of it dubbed. Dragon Ball Z, like the dub when I was growing up, that was what I watched. So, you know, I like both. But if I'm gonna sit here and actually watch it like I did for season 3, I'm gonna watch it subbed. Is this game fun? Yes? Question mark? Depending on, you know, what you define as fun. It's subjective. Who is my favorite primordial angel? You mean primordial demon? If there are such things as primordial angels, that's not anime only, and I don't know what the fuck those are, so... Spoiler alert. My favorite primal demon? Blanc, because she's hot. I don't know anything about her personality, because she's only on screen for like 10 seconds. What do you think the new gimmick will be if there is one for the Monday meta? Based on the fact that Milim can pierce crit and she can pierce and synergy, but also wants crit damage, means that there might be some way to negate resistances to certain damage buffs, like the opposite of what Vengeance Raphael is doing. So instead of sealing their ability to do it, we seal their ability to seal us. Some way or that. Do you think antagonist got shafted because the first half banners are not unbound? No. I mean, it's what they always do. The first half of the pre-Annie bullshit is always not Annie related. The fact that a new rarity came out, I don't think changes that. Would Shinsha be even better if she was unbound? I mean, yeah, sure. But she's a DPS character, so she would only get extra damage. Like, she wouldn't really give anything else. Her kit would still remain the same. So, I don't think they got shafted. I think, overall, I think Isis is a better unit than Shinsha. Just based on pure viability for most of the game. You think we will have a rerun from collabs? No. No, I do not. That costs money that I don't think this game has. Do you have a ranking of the strongest buffs and debuffs? Yeah, if you search the channel... so if you search the channel and you go damage, I have this damage testing with Milim. Time for science class again, damage testing Milim. This video has, after I get through it, I have a Word document going on the side, and it has a list of percentage buffs and what the output is in a as neutral as I can kind of setting. So that should give you a fairly good idea of what is good and what is not as good. So if you want to go search that video up, damage testing with Milim or something like that, it should give you a decent idea. Grand Crossview, that takes me back. Yep. Is the Battle Pass still worth it? The Battle Pass in this game, I think, is the most worth it. Yeah, because it gives you 8 guaranteed multis with at least 1 guaranteed 5-star, plus shards, plus platinum hammer, plus like the cut down on building times and extra rewards for your daily missions. Like for $38 or something, I think it's insanely worth it. Have I ever played Grand Summoners? No. Tell me why I'm watching you while working. Because work is boring and you have nothing better to do. I don't know. Defiant Dragon, okay, I gotta go, but I'll be back in about 30 minutes. The stream ends. I'll just be rewatching it. Have a good night, everyone. I'm still gonna be here. A good way to do transformations could be if they were a base stat buff but had a requirement where once it's met they will change. EX, 100% permanent attack buff stacked or third protector cast. I mean, yeah, they could do something like that. Like, I don't see that. I mean, They could. Will they, though, is a different story. They haven't implemented transformations as such. Like, I thought Carrion would be an easy one, because he got his beast form, or Milim with their Drago form, but no, they haven't done that yet. I don't know why. I don't think they used the Lumi skill turn 1. Oh, God, we're still... That's from the Valor fight, like, 20 minutes ago. Joker, do you think we would be able to make our own Tensura AAA open world MMO instantly using AI next year? It's quite ambitious. Maybe? I'm not a game dev, man. I wanted to be a game dev when I was a wee little Joker in college and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to be a game developer. I had an interview. Well, I didn't have an interview, but I used some connections to have a coffee date with the head programmer and lead art manager for 343 Studios right after Microsoft acquired the Halo rights because Bungie left to go make Destiny. I used some connections to have a sit-down date with them and kind of understand what went into the game development industry, and it made me not want to be part of the game development industry. I still have a bachelor's degree in multimedia design and development. I got it from DeVry University, the online college, before online school was the normal thing, and online school back then was a joke. So I have a bachelor's degree in media design. I'm not using it, and I don't plan on using it, because now I write policies for the fucking state. So I don't know two shits about developing a game, much less using AI to develop a game. All I've heard on Twitter is AI is bad. Whether or not that's true, I'm not educated enough to actually make a valid opinion on. SAO Alicization of War of Underworld are the best seasons. They are very good, yeah. Will you watch ORV when it releases? ORV. What is... Omniscient Reader? Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. It's a manhwa. Officially announced by Aniplex. Synopsis. Dokkan was an average office worker whose sole interest was reading his favorite web novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. But when the novel suddenly becomes reality, he is the only person who knows how the world will end. Armed with this realization, he uses his understanding to change the course of the story and the world as he knows it. Sounds interesting. Sure, I'll give it a shot. When's it coming out? To be determined. Okay, well, sure. I'll give it a try. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit. Okay. No. Okay. We're past that. Here we are. I recommend Grand Blue. It will make you laugh. I've seen things about it, and it does look pretty entertaining. Rico Havley, hello. When you get here, 30 minutes. At least it's not a question. For when you get there, you didn't lose anything out of your second chat refresh. Alright, cool. Will free-to-play Vengeance Yom come back? I was stupid at the time and didn't understand beatdown battles. I mean, eventually he'll come back. We've only had one double rerun so far. And we haven't had any reruns in quite a while compared to the last 2 months where we had like 8 of them. So I don't know what their plan is. Maybe we'll see something for this third Annie stream and be like, hey, beatdown battle is permanently available. Wouldn't that be fucking nice? I've only been screaming it from the top of my goddamn lungs for the past year. I don't know when he's coming back. Scythe, hello. Yo, Joker, what's good? I've been utterly shafted so far this anniversary. Hopefully it'll turn around in part 2. Yeah, well, that's because you pulled everything off of the last meta on goddamn singles. So this is karma catching up to you. So you're welcome. You can thank your previous self for getting everything on goddamn singles, and you can cry about it. Got a little heated there. Why do I have so many messages? What the fuck? What are all these messages from? 2 YouTube alerts. That's not right. Oh, because of stream. All right, that's right. IDK any underground rappers, but I'm loving Pete and Bass Boss lately. They are fire. Sure, okay. Whoever they are. Joker, is it me or is burst teams better to summon for? Stacking metas are mostly the same and those units are switchable. Burst teams have cheap but strong buffs that are usable in most Jubilee. Yeah, I think burst teams have better summon viability now at this point. Like, stacking teams, yeah, they got big time buffs. We have a lot of big time buffs now. So, I do think the value on those have gone down drastically. I also think that they were impacted the least for this 150 skill point update, because you're not going to get 150 skill points on turn 2. You're just not. And you're also, 50 extra skill points doesn't matter on the nuke, because everything costs 80. And 400 is a nice divisible number if you hit 80. 450 does not give you another buff, another 80 point buff to use, so I think they were impacted the least. Goddamn Joker reading chat from last year. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, there's a lot of people, and I'm trying to answer questions here. Give me a fucking break. But I'm a metal guitarist, I'm not a rap expert. I played saxophone when I was in high school. I was in marching band. I was a bandy. That one time at band camp, nothing in American Pie happened. American Pie might be too old for you guys, actually. I just aged myself really quick right there. I no longer know how to read music either. Like, I can't read music anymore. You put some notes in front of me and be like, those look like squiggles. Yeah, great. Nobody told me for that for autogram gear. Rip. Never buy autogram gear. Okay. I'm glad I reread that name. Genesis Clone. You would not have liked the way I was originally going to pronounce that, which was Gene Cis Clone. How do I effectively use the new characters we've gotten so far? I've gotten all but Millum, and I don't think auto-battling everything is good in the long run. No, auto-battling is not good. You will not learn anything about how to use units by doing auto-battle. How to effectively use new characters, like watch the showcases I put out. I put those characters together. Hopefully that give you some kind of idea of how to use them, what buffs work together, what buffs don't, what each character does. Like, that's why the showcases are out, so you can see what their use case is. As far as besides that, asking questions in the Discord, team building, being like, why is this team good? Like, please someone tell me, like, what team is effective in this stage? What should I be looking for? Which characters should someone keep pull for new players? Curry, rice, and beans? What a name. You should do the 100 tickets for Kyokyo and Isis, and then you should wait until Monday. If you do not pull Kyokyo and Isis, then re-roll. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you didn't reach a light novel. Yeah, I'm anime only. No manga, no light novels for Slime, nothing. If it has not appeared in the anime, I don't want to hear about it. I love my Shinsha. She does some serious work on your Valor Cup team. Yeah, she's an AoE character. She's going to work really well for Valor Cup. I managed to pull Vengeance Rothbile and Vengeance Velzard in one when you first started. That's pretty good. In your opinion, to get the new Unbound gimmick on normal 5-star, Bandai would do the same as Fuse skill and the unit needs to be level 100 to unlock? Fuck, I don't know. Maybe. They could do something like that. Could be real shitty. And then no one's going to be able to do it. Or they're going to have some new material that we don't have access to. I don't know. Slime Monthly Pass is goated. Yes, it is. Joker lore. Yep, you're going to hear a little bit more as we go on through today. Charles, Brian, J. Francisco, I'm off to sleep. This is my first stream, and I'm new. Your videos are a really big help during my start of this game. Catch you on the stream next stream. Good night. Good night. I know you're already asleep by now, but good night. It's cool. I'm old too, Joker. Thank you. Now we know about American Pie. Oh my god, am I caught up? Am I caught up on chat? Oh. I'm caught up on chat. Oh my god, it took forever. It only took 2 hours. It's Eloy. What's up, Joker in chat? Welcome. Now we know about American Pie. It is a classic. Alright, good. Chat is peaceful. Joker will answer you in a hot minute. Have I ever heard of galaxy gas? Isn't that what some stupid kids are huffing on TikTok nowadays? I don't know. I've never done drugs in my life. I've never smoked weed. I've never done anything harder than that. I smoke cigars occasionally for like celebrations. I don't smoke cigarettes. I've done hookah like twice. I don't suck the robot dick vape pens. My old boss at my old job used to call them robot dicks, so I just have adopted that as well. I drink socially. I'm a super lightweight, so like one beer and I'm good for a couple hours. I'll just nurse it. So no, I don't really know about galaxy gas. Some kids are stupid with it. It's probably all I'm gonna get out of it. Welcome back to the present day. I've actually collected all the physical light novels for Slime, but I haven't read a single one. Wow. What a good use of your money? Question mark? Space Violet is good in the antagonist team? Yes, she is. She's very good on the space team. Well, which Space Violet? Are we talking about Visions of Coleus Violet or Warrior's Mind Violet? Warrior's Mind Violet, not good for the antagonist team. Visions of Coleus Violet with the magic buff, very good for that team. Yikes, that took a long time. It sure did, but we're here now. Legendary moment, Joker's up to date with the chat. I probably missed a few questions along the way. What, your boss called it what? My boss called it a robot dick. You sucking that robot dick is what he called vape pens or e-cigs or whatever you want to call them nowadays. That's what he called them. Robots need love too, man. Yeah, play that what's that one game that came out that had like the faceless robot Russian twin robot things that wanted to kill you, and then I saw a whole bunch of Rule 34 shit on it. They look good on my bookshelf. Yeah, my figures look good on my bookshelf too. Doesn't mean I do anything with them. Well, I have one physical manga. It's Wodokoi. Slice of life, rom-com, adults, like late 20s, something like that. I watched this when it was airing on Amazon Prime years and years ago, and I was like, man, I like this. And then I understood that there was more to it, and I was like, they're never gonna make any more of this. They did some OVAs that I was able to watch later on when pirating was a thing, but I was like, I like this. And then I saw it, and I was like, I want to read this. This will be my very first manga that I will ever read. And I did, and I enjoyed it, and it gave me closure to the story. So now I appreciate it, and now it sits underneath all my figures. It's the only physical manga that I own. Atomic Heart, yeah, sure, that sounds about right. All right, we got all of the missions done. Look at all these crystals, all these single crystals from doing 23 different fucking 24 Valor Cup fights. What should you have for lunch? I had Chick-fil-A for lunch. Whether or not that tweaks you off a little bit, I don't care. It's chicken. I was raised on Chick-fil-A when I was a kid in Ohio. Keep your religion out of my fucking food. I just want chicken. What's the manga called again? Wotakoi. Wotakoi. Love is hard for otaku. It's really fun. It's slice of life. It's wholesome. It's just about 4 adults who work at an office who are fucking nerds in their own ways. One draws, one's a fujoshi, draws like gay doujins. One cosplays a lot. One likes magical girls. One's a hardcore gamer. And it's just about them being friends and having to hide the fact that they're fucking weebs from the rest of the world. It's really fun. It's very wholesome. I enjoy it immensely. The show is great too. Yeah, the show is great, which is why I bought the manga, so I could finish it up, because it's got... I think the anime goes to like the 3rd book, and the 3rd volume in the light novel, and then there's 3 more after that. Are there any characters you can recommend for any player to invest into, regardless of how far they are into the game? Yeah, the Masked Hero. Space Masked Hero. The only character to rewind, guaranteed crits. For a team that needs guaranteed crits. But the rewind is still usable to this day, and she came out for the half anniversary in 2022. She's still the only character that has a rewind. You can get her off the free choice ticket when you clear all the beginner missions as well. You can just choose her. Well, it's been a good end of the day. Have a nice one, Joker. See you on Monday. If not, sure, before on the Discord. All right, sounds good. Have a good night. Season 2 ain't coming out, no? No, I don't think that show's ever gonna get to Season 2. Oh, 1 charm over. All right, what are some beginner missions I need to do? We can just auto those, thankfully. Let's just go through them all, yay! Just clear it, right? Yep, clear it. Cool. Wait, what's this? Yeah, sure, why not? Did 30 Crucible stages on your alt while watching you, not bad. Yeah, congratulations. That's pretty good. We're just gonna auto these, because they're all low level. How many armor do you recommend have of each type, and you recommend enchant everyone? I do not recommending enchanting everyone. Enchanting is really only useful for DPS characters. Extra crit damage, extra synergy power. The sweaty whales will do extra HP and counterattack and defense on their jackets and accessories. It's not really necessary for normal players. Enchanting is just min-maxing for endgame. Don't really need to do it that much. If you want to, then be my guest, sure. As far as how much armor do I recommend, I would say probably at least 2 armors of every element. That way your main unit can have it, and then a support dark unit or light unit or whatever. So if like dark and dark, they will both have armor. Now, if you have multiple dark characters, obviously you need more than that. So I would do like 5 per element. That way you have, 4 guaranteed slots and then a 5th one just in case something else happens. That's a lot of armor, but that is, you're asking me what I recommend. I have a lot of armor pieces. for that specific reason, because there's a lot of characters, and you know, sometimes you use a lot of more space or water characters on a team. Reality, heard you were talking shit. No, I saw your question from like 2 hours ago asking, am I hot or something, and I said no. That was long gone, though. You're way old here. Free choice ticket is coming out when, or is it already out? The 5-star, like normal 5-star ticket, that's already out. You just have to do 100 of the beginner rookie missions. The EX ticket, I'm fairly certain someone pointed out, is only for like beginner packs. Someone's flying low out there. Can you recommend me some orange orb changers? Is there some free-to-play unit that do that would help me out too? It is for my ISIS team. I don't have Shinsha and Hinata. Orange orb changers. So you have Cleash. She's an orange converter. The 4-star free-to-play Mirin changes greens to oranges. The Fire Slime Ogre Rimuru, who you can get out of the Serial Code Bazaar for buying the Scarlet Bond item, he has 2 skills. One is one is a blue convert to orange, one is a green convert to orange. The old 5-star Light Hinata is a special converter for oranges, just like Cleash's. I think the 4-star Phobio changes oranges as well. We can check that really fast. Fire Phobio. Yeah, he changes greens to oranges as well. If you need blue converters to oranges, that gets a little bit more difficult as far as free to play is concerned. There might be some 3-stars in here that do that. I don't know them well enough to list them off in high detail. But OG Fire Shizu converts blues to oranges. Beretta OG unit converts blues to oranges. Yeah, or because orange teams are not heavily favored, there's just not a lot of them. Are we still able to redeem codes for Ogre Slime? Maybe. I actually don't know the answer to that question. If you remember the code, or if it's somewhere on my channel that you can find and you can enter it, you let me know if it works. Yeah, we just don't get a lot of orange teams. Dark Soe 4-star, you think? 4-star Dark Soe. He also changes greens. Everyone changes greens. Wielder of Magic Ranga, he does, but he only changes Wielder of Magic orbs. So, I mean, if you're on a team that doesn't have Wielder of Magic, he ain't gonna work. But yeah, he is a free-to-play option. It's just that he's not available because he's a EX meta free-to-play character. So if you weren't playing when he came out, you don't have access to him. So, Joker, do you fuck with Vetements? What the fuck is that? You're gonna have to give me some context on what Vetements are. Is it some hip, cool thing that the kids do nowadays to get high? You gotta remember, I'm old. I don't know what kids are doing these days. Alright, now we just sit here, and I'll wait for the questions to roll in. Do these auto missions. We're here to chill. I might turn this down a bit. I have to get light Shinsha, but at the same time I want to pull in the guaranteed EX banner. Yeah, you shouldn't do either of that. You shouldn't be doing any of that. No, it's a clothing brand. I don't know if you can tell by my... Well, actually, no, you can't tell. But most of the time, I'm wearing this, which is a very, very long kangaroo pocket, like, can go all the way through with my hands kind of thing. It goes down to my fucking shins. This is what I wear on, like, a daily basis. You think I'm fashionable wearing this 18, 19 hours of every single day of my waking life? No. How's the builder behaving? I haven't encountered... We actually haven't used it that much, to be perfectly honest. I haven't found any issues with it. Is there something that you were presumably worried about? Yeah, I haven't found anything bad. Damn, the ogre slime has expired. Oh. Alright, I mean, it is 2 years old, so... Almost 2 years old. I haven't noticed anything going wrong with the builder. I mean, I already have Emils, Isis, Kyokyo, and Cleash. I want to finish my antagonist team if there will be an OP unit in the True Annie. I mean, if that's what you want to do, it's when you can do it. You're not guaranteed to pull Shinsha unless you're going to 200 pity. Oh my god, natural light! No! I can hear you making out with your boyfriend! What's my favorite degenerate anime? Well, it'd have to be School Days. I want everyone to watch School Days. That is the peak of degeneracy right there. What else is on my degenerate list? Domestic Girlfriend, I like watching that. I started reading the manga on my phone, but I only got a couple chapters in. I've been reading, Monmusu. Everyday Life with Monster Girls. I love that. I've been reading the manga, and I've been trying to catch up because I know it's ended. I love the show. I like my snake girls. Mia's in it, so she's good. What else is on the list? Keijo. I like Keijo. Butt Sumo show. Hensuki. What is like Hensuki? Would you love a pervert even if she's cute or something like that? I don't remember the full title. Showman Sample, I think, is an oldie but goodie. I think it's so very random and funny. Let's see. Height of Fashion, one an ice cold brand of pouch hoodies now. Well, Defiant Dragon, funny story about that. Last year, I actually reached out to one of the like YouTube clothing brands that always does stuff for other YouTubers, and I was like, hey, I've got this thing. It's not on your website, but like, could you make it and put my logo on it? And they're like, we could, but because it's such a large item, we wouldn't be able to do like a small release. You had to buy it in a bulk size. And I was like, what's bulk size? She's like, probably 1,000 units. And I was like, oh, okay, well. So I put out on YouTube and stuff. It's like, if I merged these out, like how many people would actually buy them, and not a lot of people said yes, because to make any money back, I'd have to charge like $70 for them or something. Not a lot of people were takers on that, so I was like, all right, thank you, but no thanks. And so now we don't have it. I don't have any merch for this channel, which I think is fine. I personally don't feel like putting merch in my channel is unnecessary thing. Like, I don't I'm not on YouTube to make money. It's cool that I make money, and I make back almost what I spend in slime, like give or take some. If I didn't count Dokkan at all, like I didn't spend any money in Dokkan, I'd probably break about even, which is great, incredible. But like I have a real job. I have a full-time job. It has retirement and 401k and benefits. YouTube does not have that. So I have no desire to like quit my big boy job and be a full-time content creator. No. I like dedicated paychecks on the 10th and 25th of every month, which we just got paid today. So this is all a hobby. It's a very expensive and time-consuming hobby, but it's a hobby nonetheless. And I don't need it to be anything else than that. If I decide that one day I don't want to do YouTube anymore, well, then I don't have to upend my entire life because now I don't have a job. I'd be like, okay, well, we're done making videos. Gotta find something else to do with my time, and that's about it. So trying to put like merch on the channel is something that I understand why people do it, and people want to make money, and people want to like involve their community, and you know, want to see people like buy their stuff, and it's a good feeling, and it would be a good feeling. I just don't. I'm not, in my opinion, big enough to warrant merch. And while I know there are some dedicated viewers who would buy it, and I appreciate them for that, I don't need them to show their appreciation in dollars. Like I never, I only say like the stream in the streams when I hold you guys hostage. I don't fucking smash that subscribe button in every video. I don't say become a member and get member perks, because there are no member perks realistically. I put out like one member free video like every 7 months or something like that. There are no perks for supporting me monetarily. You spend your money on your own self. Like I don't need your cash. While donations are appreciated, I'm not like dying for them. Like I'm not someone who is solely built upon money from YouTube and Twitch. So trying to get extra money out of it just seems a bit unnecessary for what I want to do with my time. Mr. Gabby, whoa, spoilers! Hold on, get that out of here. Shame on you. But yes, the answer to the question is yes, it's that one. Now I'm tempted to buy a physical copy of the movie to see if there's a code I could use. Maybe. It could be only for your JP. JP gets codes and we get flashback crystal shit. Rent-A-Girlfriend. I do not like Rent-A-Girlfriend. I cannot stand Kazuya. Everything about that show pisses me off. I watched the first season, I just sat there with my mouth open. It's like, who the fuck greenlit this? Why is this a story? And then I see one of the guys I used to work with at 5-9 Gaming, who, declined, but, he reads the Rent-A-Girlfriend manga every time it comes out, and all I see is just 5 years of it going on and nothing has happened. And it's still just utter and complete garbage. And I was like, why do you read this? There's no benefit. The characters aren't interesting. Like, sure, Chizuru's hot. Yeah, Ruka's hot, and she's bothered. Bro, the dude's a walking bro moment. You would push him in front of a bus the first second you chance if you ever saw him in real life. Oh my god. I have everyone in that antagonist team you're running right now besides the Water Hinata. Who should I replace her for? Light Leon or Light Lumi is going to be your next direct comparison to Hinata. They're just Hinata, but more expensive. Domestic girlfriend goes hard. Yep. Is Light Shinsha in the guaranteed EX banner? No. The guaranteed EX banner only goes up to Prosper units. So from Rimuru on back. So it doesn't have Ogre's Pride, doesn't have Protect Beast, and it doesn't have Antagonist in it. Oh, we definitely have similar taste. Will the next meta be totally made up of Unbounds, or do you think they will keep mixing normal EX Unbound? I believe that everything going past now will be Unbound characters, which is why they're going to give the EX units the ability to become Unbound in December. I don't think we're going to get any... I think the free-to-play characters every meta will still continue to be 5 stars. I don't think they're going to be EX free-to-play units. But every summonable unit going forward should be Unbound, I think. Because every character going forward when EX units were a thing were always EX. They just slightly upgraded the free-to-play versions to be, instead of 4 stars, 5 stars. But I don't think they were gonna give out 5-star EX units for free. It's possible, though, if they do the whole progression step, right? Well, that sucks. What if, and hear me out, you get the 1,000 units, I get 1, you get 999, so you can have a fresh one every day for almost 3 years. Defiant Dragon, yeah, if you want to pay, what, $70 or $7,000 and you can want to buy the entire stock, sure, we can talk about putting that order in, but I'm gonna need that money up front, boy. One protector, 2 battle units, EX Unbound on Monday. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Just make a family and start doing family vlogs all the time. Well, how am I supposed to do that if you live across the pond, huh? How are we supposed to start a beautiful half American, half English family if you live so far away? I see a problem with this plan, okay? Do you see a problem with this plan? Oh, big rip. Then I watched that by mistake when I was very young and could not sleep all night after that. Yeah, so for school days, my friend, Miss Kabuki, who, when I was streaming on Twitch, I don't stream on Twitch anymore, but she would pop in from time to time. She told me one day, it's like, hey, if you ever come across this show, don't watch it. And it's kind of like telling people not to push the red button. Like, don't push the red button. Don't push the red button. Don't watch this show. Don't watch this show. You're not going to like it. Don't watch this show. And so after like 2 weeks, I was like, we're going to watch this show. And then I proceeded to stay up until 4 in the morning and I binged all of it. And I texted her at 4:30 in the morning, be like, what the actual fuck? So yeah, school days. Forever burned into my brain. So was Yasuga no Sora, because I went into that thinking that it was a slightly cultured, choose your own adventure dating thing. And it certainly was. And then we got to the last arc, and then we understood why it's so significant. Y'all like quintessential quintuplets? I don't know. Tell that to the 2 Miku figures up here, and the tiny Miku that I got from my mod Blaze when he went to Japan. I don't know. Do I like quints? Maybe. I wish Domestic Girlfriend had a happy ending. Still hope for a 2nd season that makes that happen. Yeah, Mr. Gabby. If you don't care about spoilers, you should probably just find out what happens in the manga for Domestic Girlfriend, because you'll get your answer nice, quick, and in a hurry right there. Did I try Dandadan? No, I've heard really good things about that. I've also heard some really weird things about that, but I have not started watching it yet. Will you take a down payment of 23 cents? Yes, excellent. Perfect. That'll cover the cost. Now I don't want to do that. Whatever. Let's see. What is the fastest way to get crystals in the early game, in your opinion? Building population. Every, 300 population, you get, 100 crystals or something in the very, very early game. So just, keep building shit up do story quests, get access to more and more, upgrade your town, do Crucible, feed your peoples, Bond XP food. And there's a lot of ways for newer players to get a lot of crystals pretty quickly in the beginning. It's really hard for older players to get crystals at the end of the game because there's only so many things that come out and everything else is done. Oh shit. I was like, callback time. Is School Days that bad? I just know it's got a yandere in it. School Days is like, you know how all the harem shows and all that, it's just the kids and there are no parents whatsoever. And you're like, how does this run without any parental supervision? That's like, School Days is that, but on like 16 different levels of crack. Like the 7 levels of hell, like every level gets progressively worse, but it's crack cocaine. You know, like, how could this get any worse? How deep is this motherfucker gonna go? And he just continues to go darker and darker and deeper into the rabbit hole. And you're like, what are you doing? How is this a thing? Who is supervising these fucking children? You actually have a pointing stick? No, it's a back scratcher. Because I'm fat and I can't reach parts of my back that this thing can. And it happens to be useful when I want to point at figures. Or if my friends text me, hey, it's raining outside, and to be like, okay, well, I don't want to reach all the way over there, so I'll just kind of just open up the blinds with it. And I don't even have to move because I'm a lazy, fat fucking piece of human garbage. Okay, that's all the level up quest missions, I think, right? Yeah, all right, let's do gold. Yeah, let's do gold. What's the fastest way to get good gear early? All right, well, that's a bit harder. You have to actually, like, unlock the forge, and you have to grind materials. Gear is not an easy thing to get. Well, good gear is not an easy thing to get in the beginning of the game. You got to work up to that. Do dupes matter? For certain characters, yes. For certain characters who have protection gauge and skill point traits, it matters a lot. For DPS characters, not so much. Unless you're trying to be like a big time sweat in Jubilee and try and get like top placements or something, dupes are relatively not useful for, I would say, like 80% of the characters in this game. The sisters are nice, but I ultimately ended up liking Yotsuba above all. You know what? All of them have their perks and all of them have their downsides. I'm not going to get into a Quince argument today. Is it worse than Redo of Healer? Redo of Healer is very much shock value, where School Days is like the progressively worse storytelling. Like the story gets progressively like, the plot is like, why are you doing this? What? And then it finally culminates. Redo of Healer is just like, from 5 minutes in, it's just like, oh my god, what is happening? Oh, they're very different kind of shows, meant for different audiences, I would say. Nier's team is good for the clear speed battle with 4 physical units, right? It is exceptionally good for clearing anything fast that does not nerf crit and synergy. How is the world map going? Oh, I haven't updated that in quite a while. It's now behind the computer, so when I look up, it's there. But I haven't put any pins in it lately. I mean, I guess I could put pins. People, I have a map. Oh. I have a map. I have a map of the world. It has pins of places that my subscribers are located in. I did a map pinning stream
last year or something, just because I wanted to interact a little bit with my viewers and be like, hey, where's everyone from? You don't have to tell me like exactly where. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to tell me. But you know, I kind of want to see the demographics of where these people are from. So, with that in mind, if you are willing and want to tell me, I can pin you up on the map. But you don't have to. That's a choice. Now it's getting warm in here. I'm going to take this off. Alright, see, I wore a gray big size hoodie and I have a gray shirt on. The epitome of fashion statements, right? Not sure if anyone asked this yet, but do they do Halloween events like Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, Lunar New Year? They do, yes. If they last year in this time slot before the anniversary, we got Halloween Shinsha and Halloween Millum. Normally they do swimsuits for summer. They do brides for early summer, spring. But they do. It's just that a lot of the big time themes we normally get were taking place while season 3 was airing, and they prioritized putting out new units from season 3 rather than the normal themes, which hopefully now that we have no anime airing for it, we can get back to that. Because again, I would like a swimsuit Blanc and a swimsuit Sokka. Game question, do you think Zijin comes to Isekai Memories? Not until he has a bigger role, and not just in Slime Diaries. Getting fucking horrified by Millum. That's real. Pin Germany. Okay, it doesn't have cities on it. But I can put another pin in Germany. Anyone from Mexico? Actually, no, I don't think I actually have any pins in Mexico. I've got pins in Guatemala and El Salvador. But no Mexico. Would you like a pin in Mexico? The only location it has listed are the capitals, so Mexico City. But I'll put a pin in Germany. Here, I gotta move this out of the way. Alright, Germany. There's quite a few people that live in Germany. Let's see. From Madrid, Spain. Okay. I've got 2 pins in Madrid already. There's a third. Nolans. Nola. Alright, yeah. We can put you down there. Pin Jamaica. Jamaica, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Okay. Jamaica. Oh god, that thing's... I've already got 2 pins in Jamaica, now I can't see Jamaica anymore. Okay, alright, hold on. Scotland. Okay, sure. We'll go up there. Balenciaga? Where's that? I don't know where that is. Neva, you're gonna have to... Oh, is that... I don't know what that is. You'll rep Mexico? Alright, I'll put you in Mexico City since it doesn't probably tell me anywhere else. But you'll be the official first pin in Mexico. Congratulations. You're from France. There's a lot of people from France, too. I've heard the closer you get to Paris, the meaner people get. Is that true? Am I making a stereotype out of that? That's just what I've heard from people that live in Europe. Have any pins in the Midwest? Not really, no. we're kind of on like the edges of the United States, like Washington, Oregon, California, Texas, Florida, the East Coast. Nothing in the middle. There's one person in North Dakota, but that's it. Do you think the game is growing? Yes and no. I think it's at a rate where people stop playing and then people come back into play, so it never really like expands its player base at all. Pin Dominican Republic. Okay. I can do that. That's the first pin in the Dominican Republic as well. I'll put you in Santo Domingo because again it only lists the one city. Another Spain. I got a few people in Spain. Poland. Poland. I have one person in Poland. And I put him in Warsaw. Good night, people. Good night, Joaquin. Do you think they're ever going to optimize slime, especially if phones the game crash too much? That was asked during the live streamed Q&A as well, where they're gonna optimize the game, and they said they're trying. Chile. We've got 4 people in Chile. Now it's 5. Anyone else in Chicago? Chicago Bang Bang. I've been to Chicago a couple times, and I did not get shot, but there were shootings around me. I'll put you in the relative area of Chicago, because the United States is not actually broken up into the states. It's just a big old lump. Puebla, Mexico. I don't know where that is, so I'm just going to put you in the middle of Mexico, and we're going to have to just deal with that. Nebraska. I've never been to Nebraska. I'll tell you that much. But there's a Nebraska, or the general location of Nebraska. It's somewhat true. Paris is kind of its own thing. Fair enough. I mean, the type of people you meet in Florida versus the type of people you meet in California, not the same. Not the same type of person. Let's see. Nebraska. The game will get the other Saints anytime soon. We got 3, I think. We got Renard, Hinata, and Glenda. So, I mean, whether we get the other ones, I don't know. How many people do you have in Romania? 3. I have 3 people in Romania, but I've already put you in there. Paul Madib 1, you're a bit south of Seattle? You know we're neighbors then, right? I live in Washington State. We are not far away from each other. Nico Concepcion, I'm from the Philippines. Okay, yeah, we can put you in there. We've only got 3 pins in the Philippines. You get your own little island. Look at that. I'll put you right there. You own an island now in the Philippines. Wild Stars in Seattle too? Okay, well we have quite a few people in Seattle. Fun fact, I will be in Seattle in November because the big time NA whale Nature, he is leaving his posting in Greenland to go to Japan. And so him and I are going to meet up in November. I have not been shot living in Chicago yet. Fortunately, did hear gunshots though. I'm about 1 mile north of Green Lake. Okay, I don't know the Seattle area that well. I'm only in Seattle pretty much for Comic-Con, and then I try and actively avoid Seattle. How many people you have for Jamaica or the Caribbean? I have 3 people in Jamaica. Blue Sheep, I'm near Oslo in Norway. Oh, well you can be the first Norway person as well. I'll put you on Oslo. I'm in Florida, but I'm Serbian Bosnian. Serbian. Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh. Alright then. Wait, he pin our origin? I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I wish I could turn the camera around, but it's kind of... I think it'd get unplugged. Okay. Alright. I think that's enough pinning for right now. I gotta do these fucking missions, right? Michigan. I've never been to Michigan. Never been to Michigan before. I've been to a number of states, whether or not for actually, like, traveling there or just layovers and stuff. You're from Tahiti. Tahiti? Oh. I'm gonna have to figure out where the fuck Tahiti is. I know a lot of people go there for vacation. Yeah, geography. Not super good at it nowadays. Finally got my lunch break. Now I can listen to your old man voice. My old man voice. Fuck you. It's the center of French Polynesia. Oh. Okay. It's over there then. Maybe. Tahiti on a map. It's... Yeah, Tahiti's not listed on this map. I'm gonna put you out in the middle of the ocean. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, okay. It's enough standing. Unfortunately, I gotta go. It's getting late, and I'm up a few hours with my baby girl. Night, everyone. Night, Joker. We'll be watching the stream at a later date to see what I missed. All right, have a good night, Defiant Dragon. Thank you for being here. Do you need a special team right now? Do you need a special team for this Isis? Her damage feels like a free-to-play character. Yeah, she's not meant to do damage. She's meant to support other people doing damage. Being an unbound character that has a support buff, she helps the antagonist units do more every time she ults. She is not going to do big mommy damage. But both of her support skills are meant to help other characters do more damage. Adrian Ortega, who are the most notorious slime content creators right now apart from you? Like, regular posting creators? There's no one. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be egotistical about it, but I'm the only creator that, like, posts content on slime daily. And it's been that way for a long time, and that's kind of why I don't branch out, because I like my little niche on YouTube. There are other creators, like Mikuchibi does it, Luminous used to do it, some of the Sweaty Whales, they have their own channels, like TM and D2. They have their own little small channels where they post like their big damage numbers and Jubilee and beatdown battles. There's a lot of Japanese creators. DS Asylum makes content for this game as well. But as far as like regular content updates, like on top of everything news-wise, I'm the only one that does that. I know you've been pumping out lots of videos recently, but Storytime with Joker was pretty fun to watch. Listen as you grinded slime. I've got a lot of those, actually. So I said that I've got... there's a second channel that I have that has like 9 people on it.
But I've got all these video ideas that I wrote down and jotted down back when I first came up with that second channel idea. And I was like, I'm going to make a second channel, story time, and it's going to be great. And I'm going to put so much time into editing it and making it real videos. And then we did not do that. Oh, that's from this. Hold on. We're canted. Oh, yeah, we have to go that way. There we go. Michigan, beautiful during summer and fall, but whirlwind when it decides if you want to have a non-existent winter or plow you under 10 feet of snow. I mean, I lived in Ohio for a good chunk of my child life. Like, I was there from like 4 years old to 14, something around there. So I'm familiar with the snow drifts and weird weather that area gets. Not something I really want to live in again. But Ohio was just boring as fuck. I mean, we're flat cornfields. Gabriel, you were so goated for all your slime guide content. It's amazing. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like it when people actually, like what I'm putting out. Because, like, I have a calendar for all this shit, right? And it's because the game is so very formulaic. Like, we generally, with small exceptions, know what's coming out, and so I can generally, like, if I wanted to make a calendar for November, which it's down here, I could probably fill this out, and it would not be very far from the truth of what's going to release during November, minus any weird exceptions, right? So the game is very standardized, which makes recording nice, because I know what's coming, I know what to do, and I've been doing it for so long that it's like second nature. But it does get tiring after a while, I guess, if we'll put that. What's the link to second channel? I'll support your channel. It has no videos on it. It has absolutely nothing. It's a logo. I mean, I can find it for you, but yeah, if you try and find it, it doesn't even pop up. Would I be able to get to it without ending the stream? Because I had to flip out of this. I don't know if I can. And don't worry about it. I don't think I'm actually going to do anything with it. What if I do this? Nope, nope. That's not it either. Am I subscribed to my own channel, to my own second channel? I don't think I am. Well, that's embarrassing. Oh well, don't worry about it. I've lived in South Carolina for a few years for school and wasn't used to constant warm weather and absolutely no snow for 3 straight years. Yeah, Carolina doesn't. It's right on the edge of that Bible Belt where it's too hot to really do anything. As far as weather's concerned, you'll still get the hurricanes and you'll still get the rain, so that's cool. I mean, Washington, if you're on the west side of the mountains, like Seattle, the Puget Sound area, you don't really get snow that often. If you're on the east side, you get a lot of snow. Because that's just an extension of Idaho and Montana at that point. Only one thing make this game bad is banner RNG to get what you want. And that's true for any gacha game, really. 20 years in Vegas and 10 in Florida. Oh god, you've gone from a dry blast furnace heat to humidity. I am just sweating through everything as I get out of the shower. That's awful. That is legitimately awful. I was in Vegas earlier this year for a bachelor party. I won $1,000 on electronic craps on a $1 bet. That was sweet. But God, you step outside and I just want to curl up in a ball and melt on the fucking floor. Like, no. And I lived in Florida for like 3 months and I got the fuck out of there. To be honest, when I found your videos made the game more enjoyable since you explain and show team comps, etc. Keep the good work. If you have free time when you in Seattle, grab some drinks. Yeah, Wildstar. I'm nothing against meeting up with people. I just don't go out very often. I sit in this chair. I sit with these figures. I watch weird anime. I'll be in Seattle in mid-November, at least for like a day, walking around. I don't know how you're gonna find me, but I'll be there. Blah. It's 3 o'clock. We've been streaming for 3 hours. Meet up at Cafe Mox? Cafe Mox? What the fuck is that? Mox boarding house in Ballard? Oh, there's 2 of them. Store for board and card games plus rentals. Oh, I see some Warhammer in there. Huh. Interesting. Okay. See, the problem is I'm not a big board game kind of guy. I play video games. I don't have the imagination for like D&D. I don't make miniatures for like Warhammer and all that. Nothing against the people that like it. Like my best friends who live across the street, they love D&D and they play it like every other weekend. That's great. It's just it's not something that I personally am interested in. I'll make Gundam models because I got a Gunpla desk over there, but like I'm not big on imagination kind of stuff. I play video games to give me the imagination and to take me to the separate world that I can visualize and see. I can't do that in my head. I'm not an artsy fartsy kind of guy. What are all the cons I've attended? Oh, I've been to like 3 different Emerald City Comic Cons. I've been to 4 Star Wars celebrations. I went to D23, I think, once because my wife was a Disney adult at the time. I've been to a con in Portland, Oregon. I've never been to like the big ones like San Diego or New York City Comic Con. I've never been to those, but I don't travel to go to those. I'll probably go to Emerald City next year in 2025 because my best friends are going. They already bought tickets, so I'll probably go for like at least a day. I've been to a number of cons. I've met Ray Park, Darth Maul. I've gotten his autograph. I've met the Emperor. I've gotten his autograph. I've met Erica Harlicker twice at 2 different cons. I've gotten her autograph for my Panther on from Persona 5 pop figure. I've got that one. She signed Panther, and then at the last one that I saw her in, which was in Puyallup, which is close to where I live. I got her to sign an Artist Alley print of Violet Evergarden that's now hanging up in my hallway. I've gotten Christopher Sabat, Vegeta. I've got 2 of his autographs on 2 different Vegeta pop figures. I think that's all the autographs I've gotten. Yeah. X-Cyclone, thank you for all your help tonight, Joker. You've helped so many new players, including myself, and I found it very useful. Best wishes. You're welcome. Have a good night. I'm glad you got something out of this today. Meet with nature there, and someone will steal his phone and slam it. No, we won't be stealing each other's info. We might even do a collab summon, depending on what banner comes out for the anniversary around the time that he's going to be here. Because I think he's coming down to my house. How nice. I was rerolling and pulled all the units on 100 tickets, Hinata, Kokyo, Isis, Violet, Rimuru, but didn't get a single useful for Protector. What's a useful free-to-play to use until Monday? Sitting all the beginner crystals? You didn't get a single Protector out of those? That's unfortunate. I don't know. I'd just do one of the 3-star ones that don't really do shit. I think in the early game, your Protector is not super duper important. Like, they are, but they aren't. With those characters, you could pretty much brute force almost anything. Almost anything in the early game, just even without a Protector. They don't have a lot of HP. I would just use whatever you can. Like, any of the 3-star or 4-star Protectors, just put them on. Get some extra stats, because you have to have a Protector. If you want, you can use the free-to-play Isis that we got as a Protector for this meta. And just go with that. That'll hold you over for the next 2 days. It's Eloy Persona. Yep, I've got 100% or Platinum Trophies or whatever you want to call them in Persona 5 for PC, PS4, and Xbox. I've got Platinums for P5 Scramble on PS4 and PC. I've got the Platinum for Royal on PC and Xbox and PlayStation. I didn't play the Tactics one because I'm not a big fan of the chibi kind of stuff. I finished P3 Reload, but I didn't go back to 100% it. I like Persona 5 a lot. I haven't played Persona 4 at all. And then I'm currently in the middle of playing Metaphor ReFantasio from their studio. Have the slime devs ever reached out to you at all? You bring so much value to the game, and I feel like you deserve some sort of recognition from them. I was recognized once in a user survey. There was a question saying, where do you get your news information from? And it listed Facebook and Twitter and the official channel, and then it said YouTubers, and in parentheses it said Ice Cold Joker, and then Nature was next to me on there as well. So it's like they do know about me. No, I've never been contacted by the devs being like, hey, sponsorship. No. My channel isn't big enough for that, and I don't think the game is at a point where it makes the money that Raid Shadow Legends does or whatever. I'm very jealous of all your support units. You have every buff, so Jubilee makes me sad since I have very few support units. Yeah, Jubilee is not a fun thing with how very limited it is. I wish they would make it better, but I just don't know how they would make it better, because they still have to tailor it to the monthly units. So it already is, there's the huge limitation right there. Only one I got was Prosper Rimuru, and he's useless for all of them. Prosper Rimuru is pretty useless. I finally got Violet with all magic buff from the Guaranteed EX and still have 9k for Monday. Congratulations. You shouldn't have summoned on that anyways, but congratulations, you idiot. Persona 4 story was very touching to me. Felt like I was part of the friend group. Okay. Deer. Hey, Deer, did you know that we were in the same Jubilee group to this meta? I saw you pop up, and I was like, oh, look at that. Am I going to play the Persona gacha game? Probably not, because it's a gacha game, and I don't want to spend money on it. Knowing me and knowing it's Persona, it would just be an automatic like money sink, and I don't need that in my life. Currently playing P3 Reload, but have been enjoying the soundtracks on there. The sound for most Persona games, if not all of them, is really good. Oh, okay, you did notice that. I thought it was kind of funny. Wow. Okay. I'll probably end the stream relatively soon. We've been going for 3 hours now, over 3 hours. My voice is kind of getting a bit strained. Normally I don't stream for 3 hours. Normally it's like 2, and I recorded like 2 videos before this, but Persona is the killer of gacha if they collab, weren't it? Yeah, if any gacha game collabs with P5, it's end of service by like the next year or so. That's the meme. So that I don't want this game to collab with Persona. But the new Persona game is like a dedicated Persona game, and it's an original storyline with no, I don't think any recurring characters from actual P5. Maybe there is, I don't know. I haven't read much into it. So maybe it's its own trap. It's been going for a while now. Let's see. I made 1 pull on the guaranteed EX banner and got a double first dupe for Warrior's Mind Violet and first copy of Idol Shuna. Very happy with that. Worth 300 and leaving it there. I mean, yeah, it's a good thing he got a double. Otherwise, that was an idiot. Shanks 0, hello, can I have help for the mission, friends? I have already used the code, so I cannot enter your own. Sorry. But let's see. I think I got rank 6, did not go for Guy, so my score tanked for boss 2, but got Millum, as I think double orb convert for Autogram, usually quite strong, will be very handy in the future. Yeah, Millum is good utility. She's like a blank slate, though. She needs other people to do things for her. Like, she's not gonna immediately nuke everything down, because all she has is guaranteed pierce, guaranteed synergy, and those things by themselves are not overly strong. You need to have other support units. But as a rainbow converter for Demon Lords, like, yeah, that's real nice. It'll help you get a lot of gauge fast, but she doesn't bring anything else to the rest of that team, unless she's the primary, like, nuking character or something. Is Isis good? This new Isis on screen? Yeah, she's really good. The tier list comes out tomorrow, and she is highly placed. Very highly placed. Thanks for the stream and all the help. I mean, we're still going to go for a little bit longer. We're not going to end like right stat now, but I'm giving you guys a heads up that my voice is starting to go. See, normally if I do like a Valor Cup stream, only like 30 people show up. So the fact that we have 81 people still here listening to me rant about random shit is very interesting. I guess I do need to do just like sit and talk. Or maybe just we have more people because it's the anniversary and people are interested in hearing and being a part of it. Which, either way, it's fine. I'm getting to a good part in Metaphor, and I kind of want to go play it. And I don't have any plans for the rest of the night. I do have to work out, but you know, that's a very easy thing. And then tomorrow I'm busy. Like tomorrow I've got a birthday to go to, and then I've got a Halloween party to go to after that. So it's like I'll have the morning to myself, but once it hits 5 p.m., I'm not home, and that's just gonna be a lot of peopling right there. So, did you decide what you're gonna do on the anniversary after the live? Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. We'll be up for the live stream. I'll do the coverage video, that way it's condensed and the information is there. And then I'm gonna take a 5-hour nap or something, and then we'll wake up at around 9 or 10 a.m. my time, and we'll do the summon stream. And also on the 28th, I will finish up the beginner's guide. I've been making progress on it. I've been doing bits and pieces here and there on things that are not meta specific. So I am putting the beginner's guide together. It's like 20 minutes long right now, but only has 2 sections out of, I think, 5 that I'm going to do. But once the new events come out, once the new units come out, once like the reroll targets and everything come out, I will be able to finish that and then put the guide out probably later on Monday the 28th. And then the showcase videos will start on Tuesday. And then every day after that. Because it'll be, 3 showcase videos, 1 protector, 2 battle units. Guaranteed full gauge turn 2 can bring out a lot of interesting strategy. It can. It kind of depends on the protector, though. Like, do you need double gauge? Or something like that. Is Kyokyo good? He's fine. I don't think he's as good as Isis, but I think he's pretty good. It's just that his first skill is good. His second skill is very kind of niche. Extra alt gauge, I mean, cool, whatever, fine. If we wanted alt gauge, we can get alt gauge for other ways. And then the extra damage on oranges is very specific, because it's only orange orbs, and not a lot of orange teams come out. So, he's buffing, magic attack and weakness strike. So, like, New Year's Blessing, you can get weakness strike, sure, but, like, Rimaru's already got that. Or he's got light attack. No, he's got weakness strike and attack, I think, on his personal buff. So it's like, we can give him weakness strike, but he wouldn't get anything out of magic attack, because he's a physical character. If I were to give him a rank, like, right now, I'd give him, like, a 7. But I give Isis, like, a 9, 9.5, somewhere around there. The only reason she's not a 10 is because her 120 ult down is locked to the first 5 turns. As soon as you hit turn 6, it's not a thing anymore. If it was just a permanent 120 ult down and 30% magic down for the entirety of the fight, I think she'd be a 10. Having Drago, Pierce Power, which is situational, but at least it's there. But Drago is important for anyone. And then a big time debuff like that for 50 points is crazy. Are you going to play a new account for the 28th? No. I have enough shit to do with my own account. I don't have time to play another account. A lot of people have always asked me, it's like, Joker, you make all these don't summon videos, blah, blah, but what is about for new players? Like, how are we supposed to get units and extra X? How about you make a goddamn free-to-play account? It's like, I don't have time for that, man. I have my own videos to do. I've got a job. I've got other IRL things to do. I don't have time to make another fucking account and put time into that and make videos on it. I understand your point. I always say don't summon on pretty much anything. And it does make things hard. I get it. You don't have to listen to me, though. You don't have to listen to me. You have Kyokyo, Isis, and Guy still not Milim? I think you're fine. Like, Guy, Kyokyo, and Isis will work fine together. It's not that big a deal. Oh, Kramer's here. Are you all packed up, Kramer? You ready to go? Oh. Let's see what's happening over here. Did like a little bit of packing, but usually wait till the last minute, as you probably always do. I probably won't be here for, yeah, I'll probably end the stream in about 8 minutes or so. Cut it off at 3.5 hours. Ugh. So if there are any other questions that people want to ask, let's get them out of the way. When are the Jubilee rewards? Probably either tomorrow, Sunday night, or Monday night. One of the two. I think the notification for Jubilee in the news would tell you that. The exact drop date and time for the Jubilee rewards. It's always 3 days after Jubilee ends. So currently this is like day 1 of it being over. Officially. So we still have 2 days to go. Are you gonna buy me anything cool while you're in Korea, Kramer? You gonna buy me some knockoff Korean anime figures? Oh my god, I just don't want more to do. I do them all 3 times, and I always forget that I'm not on the 3rd time. Buy you some skincare stuff. There you go. Fix my oily skin, Kramer. Worth farming the limited event lasting 2 days for new players spamming energy bottles? Not really. No. I would just save your stamina potions for Monday and what comes out that day. Trying to bum rush everything now with a limited pool is not really that great. You'll be able to get the free-to-play Isis later on, or free-to-play Cleash when she reruns. I need to watch the Guy video you made to see the teams for him. I mean, he can run pretty much any green team. Any green team that guy can be on, and he's going to work very well. When you can use green orbs. That's the key. When you can use green orbs. You have 7,000 crystals waiting for the 3rd anniversary. That's good. That's a good amount right there. It's not the perfect amount, but it's a good amount. Perfect amount would be 9,000 crystals. That way, if anything, you could pity the protector unit. But you'll probably get enough to do that in between the 3rd anniversary. Yansa Hoshizora? Hi, I was wondering how to get better equipment and stuff. I assume it highly affects EP. Yes. Yeah, gear is something that really, really impacts your EP early on, and the best way to get better gear is to play Conquest to get the specific cores. Why is my game loading right now? Well, okay, yeah, yep. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're done. So in the forge, right? Go to forge gear. You got your jacket. You got your weapons. So you have like the basic book, the medium book, and then you start getting the elemental books. You need to make the elemental books, and you need to make the elemental jackets, and you need to level them up, which takes a number of materials, notwithstanding the elemental cores, which you can get from Conquest as a beginning player. So like Fire Conquest, you can get hammers, grindstones, the high quality fangs and stuff, and the fire cores. Or if you need to level up your Dark Millum, because she's a dark character, you go into the dark stage, you get dark cores. You need to grind these materials up so you can awaken the gear up to 6-star, and then you can really awaken it to like 7 or 8-star stuff. So gear is very, very important to really jump your EP high to get over that early game wall. And it's just by making sure that every single unit, all 10 units, have good gear equipped. And that will enhance your survivability and everything else. It just takes time to grind all that shit. And I know it's a really stupid long process. It's just something that you have to do. Have you played any other gachas hardcore? I know about Dokkan. I'm a Fate Go survivor. No, Dokkan's the only one that I play as well as Slime. But I've got, how many days in Dokkan do I have? I am at day 2,507 for Dokkan. 2,507. So 2,507 divided by 365 days in a year, and I've played Dokkan for almost 7 years now. What the fuck have I done with my life? Jesus. Oh, think of all the money I put into this game. I could buy a house. That's unfortunate. Let's not think about that anymore. I have 12k crystals, saved 300 less than that by Jubilee. We'll cover that. We know 6% is fake for drop chance. So what's the real one? I don't know, like 2%. Rate up is a lie in every gacha game. Eric Ton, hi Joker, day one, free to play here. Really appreciate your videos and maturity and honesty. You're welcome. I have maintained that I have never once lied on my channel. Like, I'll never lie to people being like, you should summon for this because I think they're really good, even though they're really not. Or like, no, do that. That's good for you. Yeah, totally. Do that shit. Now, I'll tell you straight up if you're being an idiot. Which is why I'm telling people when they summon on stupid bait banner that they're fucking idiots. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Be like, yo, yeah, good job. You got what you wanted. You fucking idiot. I told you not to summon. Why did you summon? I've never lied. How much money have you spent? A lot. More than a normal person should ever spend on a gacha game. I'm not going to tell you the exact number because that's private info. But I certainly won't lie to you and saying, oh, I haven't spent anything. Yeah, fucking right. That account is a damn artifact. Yep, it sure is. Ooh, so I farm materials in the conquest, have Kaijin make me those equips, and then level up those equips to 6-star, right? Thanks. Yes. So, going back to the gear. I have a gear guide that it may be a little bit old, but it's still relevant. So, let's make... we can get rid of that. So, let's see. Do I have any old stupid gear down here? What's a common item that we need? What don't I have a lot of, actually? I guess that's the better question. A dark book, fire books, water books. There's a water book, an earth book, a wind book. I only have one. There's a wind book right there. I only have one dark book besides that other one. Let's make a dark book. Okay, sure. All right, so example time. Let's make a book. The Tome of Shadowy Twilight. Takes 3 of these. Takes 2 of the fangs. Takes 1 of the dark cores. You need the dark cores. Let's make one. Great success. All right, awesome. Okay, let's go level it up now. Enhance my dark book. Let's level it up with all my fucking grindstones. Okay, great. Now we got to awaken it. It takes the ores, the fangs, the cores itself, which we talked about you can get from Conquest, and the bronze hammer. All right, let's evolve that shit. All right, cool. Because we got a good success, it carried over a lot of the XP that we had from the grindstone, so I only need to get 42 more points, so I can get that off of 1 book right here, 1 grindstone. All right, now it's level 40. Let's awaken it again. All right, now it's level 50. Now it's nice and purpley. Give it some more grindstones. Excellent. Level 50. I need more ores, more fangs, more cores. Now I need gold hammers. Gold hammers. As you go higher in conquest, they will drop more and more stuff. And now it's at level 60 once I level it up. Boom. Now it's done. But you still need to reforge it if you want to get the maximum stats. So we see that its attack stat currently is at 399. That's what it is. But it can go up to 419. So what you would have to do is you would have to use some of your materials and you'd have to RNG it. And eventually it would hit a great success and it would become a 419 attack book. And then it would be done for that level. And that just takes materials, and it's literally all RNG. You can get it on the first roll, you can get it in 30 rolls. And to have so many of them, let's just go ahead and do it and see how lucky or unlucky we get. And that took 12 rolls. Okay, that's not bad. So now this book is mass success, it's level 60, it's 6 stars, 419. The next thing to do is to awaken the piece of gear, and that means giving it a whole new set of stars. It further enhancing the power of the gear, the attack stat. It doesn't increase the amount of like attack it gets when a dark character, it's just more attack stat. And that requires 2 versions of the same item. Only one of them has to be reforged though. So your primary copy needs to be reforged. You can just take this one now. You can use these flames that you get from the Tower of Isis, and you can awaken it. And now it will be a 1-star awakened book. And then you just do the process again. You level it up. Okay, cool, let's go. Now it takes more hammers and more cores to evolve it even further, and you just goes higher and higher and higher and higher. So yeah, you need a lot of those materials. I don't think new players should worry about awakening gear. That's not early game kind of stuff. Awakening gear came out for like the 1st anniversary or something like that, maybe somewhere before that. Certainly don't need to clear the beginner stages of the game. Yeah, both items, if you're going to awaken them, need to be level 60 and 6 star, but only one of them needs to be fully reforged to the maximum stat. Maturity and whale adds up. Yeah, right? How can you be mature when you spend all your money on a fucking mobile game? I can't answer that question. Hey Joker, thanks for the content. If the new units on Monday are mid, what would you use your crystals on? Well, I'm gonna spend them anyways, because I gotta figure out how mid they are. Whether or not you spend your crystals on is a different matter. But I can't give you a solid opinion until I know what they do and I've used them for certain. So, like, we gotta see their kits. We gotta see what teams they're on. We gotta see what their traits are. Until I know all that information, I cannot give you an honest, like, objective answer on if they are good or not. So we're just gonna have to wait. If they aren't good, which would astound me, that a 3rd anniversary big time banner units would not be good. Then you summon for Ice and Kyoko, you summon for Guy and Millum. I don't know, they're fairly solid. But I have very little doubt in my mind that the team that comes out on Monday will be not good. So, all right, it is 3:30. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours. I'm gonna go give my voice a rest and go play some Metaphor. Hopefully, I've answered most of the questions. I may have missed some when the chat refreshes, but if I did, I'm sorry. I'll try to do more of these as the 3rd anniversary continues. I'll try and do it like once a week and answer questions and help people build their shit up. So it'll just be good interaction. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, hopefully I answered your questions. If you got more, save them, and I'll do this again in like the next week or so. But that's it for me. Take it easy, and I will see you all